Okay, we should be live. Hopefully. Is this thing even on? I don't know. But hello and welcome. We are back. We are back playing RP-1. Today, hopefully, with a little bit of luck, we might be able to get to first crewed orbit. But welcome everyone that's been in the live chat already. Yes, I have been playing RimWorld recently. It has been good. The Fallout collaboration project. I have decided to pick a very hard biome. I am struggling a lot because I picked Cratered Wasteland, which basically means the area that I am living in is constant nuclear winter. There is nothing that grows there. It's quite bad. Constant raids. It's not been great. So when's that RimWorld server, multiplayer server coming online? I did not know that there were multiplayer servers or that you could play multiplayer on RimWorld. I've not played any of the multiplayer mods. That's something that I would probably have to look into. But running a server costs a fair bit. Something that I can't afford right now, probably. If I did run any sort of server, it'd probably be a Minecraft server again, just because Minecraft servers, you can get a lot of people on, and they are quite fun. I do like Minecraft. Good afternoon, hello. Welcome, everyone. Astronomer VR, Joseph Marks, Memetakis, welcome. Early stream. Yes, we are going for somewhat of an early stream today, purely for the reason that... I don't know why the chat's not showing up, that's interesting. Purely for the reason that my girlfriend is currently working and it's a good time for me to stream. If I wasn't doing this, what I would be doing would be playing or editing for all Kerbal kind. So, I'm actually, I should be editing my next For All Kerbal Kind video right now. But I'm not doing that because, well, I've got a fair bit edited already, which should be coming out tomorrow, and I wanted to carry on these live stream series. This live stream series. So, I think I mentioned at the end of the last one, we're not going to be doing it as much because, to be honest, I think doing a stream every single day after work was burning me out a little bit. I'm going to move back to maybe more of a once-a-week schedule, maybe twice a week if we're lucky. If I'm feeling like I really want to stream more, then we'll get like twice a week potentially. What we are going to do, though, at the very beginning of this stream is the last stream finished because the game crashed. Now, the game crashed whilst we were trying to get Komodo 3 back down. So what we're going to do is clear up a little bit of the junk that is currently hanging around low Earth orbit at the very beginning, because I don't need this junk, and with Principia it is going to make the game crash much more frequently. So we're going to do a little bit of tidy up, and really what I should have done was do this before the stream started, but, well, I'm trying to. It's landed at Earth, that's interesting. And, oh, I can recover it, brilliant. But yes, no, everything about this stream series is we're doing it on camera, so let's get rid of all of this rubbish, and hopefully things won't crash as much, because if you've got a load of stuff in orbit with Principia, then things go wrong very quickly. I'm not playing music today either, and that kind of works for me. It means that I can actually think a little bit more about what I'm going to say. However, I don't know if the sort of awkward dead spots in between me saying anything and there not being any music in the background is a bit weird. So I'll kind of leave you. Anyone in chat, what do you prefer, music or none? There we go. Debris is all gone. I can't believe we have 18 probes. That's insane. The two Atara ones we will keep up for a bit, even though they probably should have died by now. Okay, that's interesting. I'm very zoomed in. What difficulty are you using? I'm not entirely sure. It's a Turkish name and your pronunciation perfect. Well done. Thank you. I've been to Turkey once in my life. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time there. My family goes somewhat frequently in the very touristy part of Turkey, but they know someone that runs a hotel over there. Turkish man. He's a lovely guy. Got a lovely family, and I've met them all once. Yeah, it was a really nice place to be. That was about 6 years ago, I think. That might have even been before I started doing YouTube, my time when I went to Turkey. I think it was. Yeah, no, it was. It was 2019. Wow, that's a long time ago. But no, lovely, lovely, lovely place. The ones called Probe are probably just dead stages. They probably are, and I think we will get rid of a lot of these. Usually what they are is like the tops of rockets. Tuatara 3. To be honest, all of these are probably dead stages right now because we are very early on in a career. So they're not going to be lasting long. Nothing, absolutely nothing has solar panels at all. Like a 3 probe, yep, we can get rid of you. Like a 4 probe. Nothing has solar panels, and because nothing has solar panels, well, they're all going to die. They're all going to run out of electric charge after a while. Orbiting Sol, clearly that went past the moon, and yeah, gained a bit of speed, and sent it into planetary, which is always nice. But yeah, we're going to get rid of a lot of this, and hopefully that means that when we come back to Komodo, escaped out of Sol. It looks like, oh yeah, no, I was going to say, it looks like we've lost all of our lunar orbiters, but actually, no, we will have done, because we are playing with Principia, so they would have crashed into the surface of the moon. That is something that will have happened. Right, like a 3. Wow, we're going to literally get rid of absolutely everything, but I'm not too fussed about that. So we'll get rid of all of those. Komodo 3, here we go. That's fine. Orbiting Earth. I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in. Perfect. This is the mission that we should need to come and see. The Komodo 3 probe is on a suborbital trajectory. That will die soon anyway, but I think I will terminate that because that might be one of the reasons why we are crashing. But anyway, let's go to Komodo 3 and hopefully recover this safely. Bodrum is great. Nice. Yeah, I think it was... Where was it? It was... Fethiye was where I went. Fethiye was the... I think the largest local area around where I was. Cool. Right. This is great. We have got ourselves to orbit. Now, why have I got a lunar impactor contract? Clearly I should be working on that. Reach orbital speed and return safely to Earth. It's going to take me a while to remember what we were actually doing because I've been playing the For All Kerbal Kind save, so I'm kind of in that mindset. My mindset is, what were we doing in For All Kerbal Kind? And yeah, so remembering what I was doing here may take a little while. A black hole comes and sucks every non-solar panel probe. Interesting. Yes. We've sent mini singularity devices all around low Earth orbit to basically come in and consume those probes. Forget the fish, remember the dog. Exactly. I've been talking a lot about fish. I even got I downloaded yesterday, or it might have been the day before, a fish PNG to just throw in the video. We'll see if that actually makes its way in. I've edited about maybe 2 minutes of the video. I feel like it's going to be a short video tomorrow, maybe 12-ish minutes. But I know Beardy kind of wants to move to those sort of lengths anyway. Okay, so we've got another Komodo up here. I'm just thinking, have we done everything? Yes, we just need to return safely home. So what we want to do is decouple this stage. There we go, perfect. Then we'll turn on our RCS, and I believe we want to point prograde. Okay, oh yeah, I probably control enabled. No, enabled. Enable! We want to probably enable more than just the one, though, because otherwise it's going to have a real difficult time actually moving this. Yeah, we want to point prograde, and I am going to activate the parachute already. We'll activate that so that hopefully things go right. Now, the reason why we want to go prograde is because, obviously, the probe is built this way, and the solid rocket at the top is, you know, completely the wrong way round. But with that done, now all we need to do is hit space, and then maybe hit space again, fire this up, and we should return home. Now, the problem that we encountered last time was we got to about here, and the game crashed. But it looks like we're not doing too badly right now. I think we might, I think this might work. So when are we going to go? When are we going to probe Uranus? I'm assuming. I feel like that might have meant probe Uranus, but you missed a couple of letters off of there. What's better, astronomers, visual pack, or volumetric clouds? I've not played with AVP for a very long time. I've never used AVP for RSS. I don't think it works with RSS. I think it's a stock visual texture pack, so I wouldn't know. AVP might even have configs for volumetric clouds. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know much about AVP at all. I remember, yeah, when I first got back into Kerbal Space Program after being away for a couple of years, maybe between 2015 to 2017, I tried it and I was like, damn, this looks pretty. But my computer at the time couldn't handle it. There we go. We're going to decouple that. Send that flying off. We're going to turn retrograde, probably actually surface velocity negative, so that we come nicely in, execute, and there we go. Hopefully, we should come back down safely to Earth. YouTube too sensitive. Yes, we have to use words like unalived, and that's the main one I know, but I tend to not do that. I think, yeah, I think TikTok's a little bit harsher on stuff like that, but yeah, I tend not to use silly words like that. AVP adds 2D cloud, they still look nice. So they don't have volumetric configs. They don't have BlackRack's volumetric configs for this. Just joined, what is this? We are sending a Komodo Dragon that has somehow made its way up to low Earth orbit, back down to the surface of Earth. This is the start of doing crewed orbital testing in RP-1. This is the first contract that you need to complete, which is reach orbital speed and return safely to Earth for that program in RP-1. So this is the very beginning of us getting a crew, a Kerbal, to low Earth orbit before Yuri Gagarin. Since people censor guns on YouTube videos, I think you need to censor your rockets. They're potential ICBMs, dangerous weaponry. That is true. I saw someone the other day. I'd never seen it before, with a gun and it being like blurred out. I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. This is silly. Wait a minute. Are you using realistically scaled planets? Yes, absolutely. This is Earth. This is Earth, and it is 10 times the size of Kerbin. If you look at my surface speed, which, you know, we've just killed off a load of because we are now suborbital, we're going 6,680 meters per second, which I think it's only like 2,800 meters per second to be orbital in Kerbin. I don't like the look of that. That's a weird texture loading glitch there. Yeah, so yeah, realistic scale, we are now entering the atmosphere at 140 kilometers up rather than the 70 kilometers up that standard Kerbal Space Program does. Komodo Dragon, what happened to the Tuataras? So, the Tuataras, it turns out that they are too small for this contract. So there was a big debate about what would actually be sort of like the right size for sending up a advanced biological creature, and Tuataras, they're, from what I was told on the live stream chat, they are very, very tiny. They are more suited for the smaller biological capsule, whereas this advanced biological capsule has something that is much, much larger, so I thought we'll keep with the lizard theme, and a species of animal that is somewhat in the region. I mean, it's not quite there, but it's around. It's in Oceania sort of area, I believe. Komodo dragons. And yeah, we've gone for a Komodo dragon instead because it's more akin to the size of the animal that should actually be in here. Have I tried Kitten Space Agency? I have tried Kitten Space Agency. I was given early access to Kitten Space Agency before the public access, and I did a video on it probably almost a year ago now. I've not played it since doing that video because I want to wait until it gets a little bit more substance. No, substance. Substance is the right word. I want my Kitten Space Agency to be a bit meatier before really delving into that. I sat here yesterday with my RP-1 save and collected all the available Photo 2 sites from low Earth space. 20 sites a pop is massive. Oh, that's the one that you have to recover several times, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, you do. You end up getting a huge amount of science from doing that. I've actually got quite a few of those up in orbit, in low Earth orbit, in For All Kerbal Kind right now. I need to go back to those and have a look at them, because they've probably gained me a fair amount of science that I actually need to go and see. I'm probably going to be talking about the For All Kerbal Kind install a bit more today, purely due to the fact that it is the install that I've been playing. But it is very exciting, the whole... everything that's going on with For All Kerbal Kind right now, because obviously since last week we have had 2 new people join. We have had the Destroyer join, and his first video was absolutely on point. It was very much a standard TD channel video, hilarious. And we've also had Yoshi join. Yoshi, who was the Astral Foundation janitor, is now part of For All Kerbal Kind, playing as the Fast Corporation, who are basically an American private agency. But then so was the Astral Foundation, so you know, we've got a couple of American private companies working in For All Kerbal Kind now, and TD channel has joined as China. It's re-entrying! I misspelt it on purpose. I want my kitten to be meatier for more sustenance. Carnassa. Yes. I send them all polar, and then you can just get them back after a few hours in space. Later on, when more biomes are done, it takes a bit longer. I thought that experiment takes like 180 days. I thought you need to leave it in orbit for at least, you know, like a week. See, the ones that I have sent up, I think in For All Kerbal Kind, unfortunately, because I've not really put very good solar panels on them, they are going to have to stay up there for a while. They do gain electric charge, but it's very slow. Very, very, very slow, and won't get us an awful lot. Even with 4 times physical time warp, this is going to take us an incredibly long time to get back down. Should try and land on New Zealand. I mean, we are launching from New Zealand, so if we ever do some sort of space plane, or, you know, something that we do try and return to our space centre, we will absolutely be launching from New Zealand. Call the next one Megalania, the Australian Komodo dinosaur. I did not know that. Wait, is there a Vostok capsule in RSS? There is. There is. I think it comes as standard, actually. Not 100% sure, but I'm fairly sure it does, because I have it on this install, and this install isn't really that modified from a standard RP-1 install anyway. Would you look at that? Oh no! Reach orbital speed and return safely to Earth. A contract that we have completed. I forgot to hit record. Well, now the first line of this recording is going to be, for fuck's sake, I forgot again. I'm going to go and potentially edit this series and be like, what on earth did I do then? Why? What have I done? What have I done wrong? Right, we're going to normal recovery this and hopefully get maybe a bit of science? I don't think we'll get any science, because I'm pretty sure we gained everything from this already. Oh, we gained 0.2 science. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we've finished that. Now, if we go to available, we have got orbital test flight uncrewed, which we need to do. And to be honest, I think we can do that now. Wait, no. No, we can't. I'm telling a porky because we haven't researched basic capsules. But as soon as we have researched basic capsules, which will be in 1959, the end of 1959, we can do that contract. What we do need to do, though, whilst we're waiting for that, is upgrade the astronaut complex a couple of times. Are we upgrading that right now? I feel like we are. We are. That's going to be done slightly before, and then once that's done, we do need to train up our Kerbal, who I believe is Jeff Mr. Blue Lin currently. Yo, the Firefly mod. The Firefly mod is absolutely amazing. Wait, didn't the stream already happen? So, the last time we did try to send a crew to space, we got halfway there. We're now on the next section of doing this. And I think what we want to do next is, right, we definitely want to do that lunar impactor, because I think as soon as we do that lunar impactor, what we can do is if we come into the administration building, we can complete this, and it'll take about a year. And we'll get enough money that we'll be able to do... Where is it? Early inner planet probes, at least fast. And that means we're going to be getting an absolute shed ton of money. That's going to be a huge amount. So, yeah, the next thing that we want to do, and hopefully I am building up one of them. Yep, Leica 7 is going to be a lunar impactor that we are going to go for. That will be done at the very start of 1959. And I think that is what we want to wait for. And then after that has been done, we need to sort of figure out what the next thing is that we're going to be doing. Maybe we will build another one. I don't think we want to do another lunar orbiter. I think we just want to impact again, because I feel like if we impact, we get a fair bit of money, right? 0 have been completed. We could do this a couple of times, actually. If we do this a couple of times, we'll get an extra 1,000 reputation, which means we might be able to pick up inner planet probes at breakneck, which would be very nice. We'll do that. Let's have a look. Yeah, we get 16 science each time we do that. Hopefully we get a 16 science the second time as well. But yeah, let's time warp ahead to that. And that'll be the next mission that we fly. We probably will build another one of these. We're getting a lot of money now. 212 a day. Our research is only at 90%, but I think what we want to do is probably up this. See if we can go to 60%. We get 22 funds a day, and I think that's probably enough to actually even duplicate Leica, so we can get two of Leica. Let's see, and hopefully we still, yeah, we're gaining money, and we are going to be building that astronaut complex a bit quicker than we were before, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be a couple of months before the next thing occurs. Just hopped in. How are things? Hello, Random Aussie. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, not going too badly, to be honest. I have had a long day. a long week at work. I was off work the week before, and now, yeah, coming back, it's been very tiring. It's been very, very, very tiring. Partly why I've not really done anything this week on my channel. Right, okay, we are done. Done with Leica number 7. What I want to do is duplicate you, because we do want to do another one anyway. So this is going to be Leica number 8. Like so. Save that. We've got 4,000 funds. We're gaining 48 funds a day, but we will start gaining a lot more as soon as this construction is done, which will be in about 4 months. That's all right. That's all right. Oh god, this is just so bloody expensive. And then once we build that, then we're going to be able to start training up our astronaut. I know you didn't ask me, but things are very orange. Why are things very orange? Are you wearing glasses with orange tint? You're going to miss the Venus transfer window, by the way. It's not the end of the world. I don't really care. Not at the moment. I don't have that contract picked up. There are things that I would rather be doing. I think if I go for transfer window planner, where is it? I'd rather get these done. If I go... And I don't have the technology to go to Venus yet. I've been more focusing on getting crew. Earth to Venus? Why can't I see Venus? Oh, it's there. It's the second one. Obviously, it's the second one. So we want to go for an inclination of, I think, 39 degrees, because I think that's where we are down here. Initial orbit, we go for 250, because that's what I always go for. Final orbit, let's make sure that this is actually visible. Yeah, we'll plot it. Yeah, we've got a transfer window there, which is in not very long. Yeah, we are going to miss that one. That's unfortunate. But we've got other things that we want to do. 128 days. We might not... no, we will miss it, because we're not going to be able to get the technology that we need. We need sort of interplanetary communications, and we haven't gone for that route. We've gone for getting crew up ASAP as fast as physically possible. So no, we're not going to get Venus. I think we will go for the next transfer window, though. because we should be able to get that after that. Right, we are losing 500 a day, but we're only going to be losing 500 a day for 5 days. That's 2,500. That's fine. We can leave that as is. I think the Earth to Venus. Yeah, cool. We'll wait until this is rolled out, and that should give us 1,400-ish. Yep, cool. That's fine. 1,425, and yeah, we're gaining money again. Cool. So, because it has been a week, right, since I flew this, what we are going to do... Oh, I renamed the wrong one. That's fine. This is Leica 8. Leica 8. And the one that is ready to launch is Leica 7. What we're going to do is I'm going to come into the vehicle assembly building, I'm going to edit this, and we're going to do a simulation. What mods are you using? There is a mod list in the description of this live stream. We're using an absolute large amount of mods. Huge amount of mods. So many mods that it would make your grandmother cry if she saw them. But yeah, we're using like pretty much the entire suite of realism mods, with Principia included, to make this as challenging as possible. Oh, god damn it. No, this is the one that doesn't have fins. Oh, that's a problem. Well, let's see if we can do this with no issues, because we've got one ready to roll out. Curses, and that is also wrong. That's fine. Still should be okay. Still should be okay. Still should be fine. That's there. That's there. Cool. We'll save that for now. Let's give this a go without making any edits, because, you know, our mission that we are just about to fly is this. Do I like oranges? Oranges are alright. Fruit doesn't really do well for me. I don't tend to eat a lot of fruit, purely because fruit is incredibly sugary, and being a type 1 diabetic, I don't want to bother having to calculate the insulin that I need to, you know, use for fruit. I mean, we could stick fins on the one that has rolled out. We'd have to unroll it out, which would be a lot of money, which is annoying. I don't want to stick fins on this because this is literally a duplicate of the other one. And I want to make sure that we can actually, you know, get to orbit. Right, so we want to use primer vector guidance. That's fine. Our current orbital inclination is 39.2 degrees. Ascent settings, PVG settings, 3 and 3 looks like is what we're going to want. 3 and 3. We want to probably keep that at 0.65. I think that's fine. Booster pitch, maybe we'll bring this down to 50 meters per second. Just to make sure that this is all good. Optimize is on. Wonderful. We are going to optimize that. What we want to do is get up tip, because tip is wonderful. And we want to launch in 4 hours and 28 minutes. So let's target the moon. Let's warp ahead. Hopefully this goes all right. When are you going to release a video of your recent live streams? I don't know. The plan was to never actually release any sort of video at all. I've only started recording these as of, like, 5 streams ago. I think I've got 5 videos. Actually, I can count how many I've got. Did it finish? Yes, I have. This is going to be the 5th recording that I have made. So, yeah, we are going to miss the middle, the beginning. But maybe I can figure something out to do that if I do release a video of this. Okay, let us launch this. Right, so we... 52 seconds. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, engage autopilot. That's fine. 2,500 meters per second left. So even if we do a flip, it will be purely stylish. And we won't have to worry about it, because I feel like this will work. Okay, cool. I think, yeah, we're 30 seconds ready. I think we're cool to go. Let's check this out, see if this works. Sontun. Almost sounds like Soltaran. Sontaran from Doctor Who. 1 second. I have had a permanent cold for like the past 6 weeks. It is just not escaping. I don't think talking so much on these live streams is helping. It feels like it's pushing all of the crap and rubbish that my body is trying to get rid of to the back of my throat. It's gross. No, I am using PVG. I have not got the PSG version of MechJeb. Oh, still no minimum ambient lighting mod. I'm taking my like back. I need to remember to get that. In fact, can I do it whilst on stream? You should still, yeah, you can all still see the actual rocket. I'm gonna open up CCAN whilst I'm doing this. Right, open file location. Okay, cool. RP-1 streams, ccan.exe. Okay, you don't want to open up CCAN? Oh, yeah, no. Oh, no, I've got 2 instances of CCAN running and neither of them are working. Not now. No, they're... cancel. Right, there we go. CCAN is up and running. I do also need to upgrade RP-1. That is something that maybe I do tomorrow. I look at this and try and update my install. Right, so what is it? Minimum ambient lighting. Oh, God. Anyone that was in the live chat, I wasn't looking at the game then. What happened? Because I didn't... Did we flip over too much? Did we spin a little bit too hard? We might have spinned a little bit too hard. Let's revert to launch and let's try and do this again. Right, minimum ambient lighting. Where is it? Minimum ambient lighting updated. There we go. Cool. Let's apply. Apply. Right. It is installed, so the next time that I open this save, it will be on. I don't know what happened. What happened? Did we pitch over too fast? I feel like we might have pitched over too fast. Maybe 0.65 is a little bit too aggressive. Let's change it to 0.6 and try that again. Right, I'm not going to wait for the lunar sort of period. I'm just going to go now because I just want to check the ascent. See how that goes. RO updated. Seems they reduced engine failure chances. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. The down Kraken. Neither of your outlooks were working and it imploded. Fair. Yeah, I can see that's what happened. Set the fuel flow priorities to be lower at the top than the bottom so it drains fuel from bottom to top in the core stage and stays stable. That's probably a good idea because it will keep our center of mass up here rather than bringing it down. Yeah, because if we set like these to be the lowest and this to be the highest, then we drain from here, drain from there, drain from there, drain from there. I don't think I can do that at the moment though, because I need to turn on advanced tweakables, which is something that I have not done on this save yet. I don't know why, I always forget about advanced tweakables, but it's definitely something that you do want to, you know, like constantly have, because it just makes it so much better. How'd you get those launch towers? Yeah, modular launch towers mod. Very, very, very cool mod. Basically, it's purely visual, but it's a very, very nice visual enhancement. Pitch too slowly. Well, we do seem to be following our prograde vector currently with 0.6, which is good. That's fine, that's fine. Have we got auto... Have we got hot staging on? Hot staging is something that we do need. Support hot staging, lead time 1.5 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. That's great. So, I'm fairly sure the Leica one that the impactor that I didn't have this engine. I thought, if my... Going back If my memory serves me, which a lot of the time it doesn't, we had the British engine here on the last one that we did. So I hope this is right. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. This looks very promising. A lot better anyway. We do have enough control. Although we're not really going to get very high when we decouple these. If we're only at like 28 kilometers, ideally we want to be at more like 40 kilometers. Because the atmosphere is still very, very thick here. Oh, God. Yeah. We want to pitch over slower. That's fine, though. It did 1 spin, 2 spins. Is it going to do 2 spins? It's going to do another spin, but we've still got 1600 meters per second of delta V. We're still doing good. This is fine. There is nothing wrong here right now. Come on, keep control. No, yeah, this is no longer fine. This is no longer fine because we are going to run out of fuel very, very, very quickly, especially if we don't start pointing further up. That's alright, yep, stay there for a bit. Try and correct it. Correct. No, don't go that way. God damn it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this to 100 meters per second, and I think booster pitch rate, maybe we'll move it down to 0.45. Disengage. Try that one more time. Revert flight. Revert to launch, because I don't want to roll back that one engine. So we'll try this, and we will add fins to this rocket, the one that we're editing right now. Hopefully things will go right. Hopefully that should have all stayed the same. 0.500 meters per second. Engage autopilot. Let's just go. Yeah, we don't have anything to change there. Cool. Try it once more. I'm no rocket scientist, but I don't think the rocket is supposed to point downwards. I mean, if you take a look at some of the shorts that I did a long time ago, upside down rockets tend to be the way forward. That was the only way that I was able to land a fully fueled Saturn V on the surface of Mars. That was a fun video to record. I need to get to the moon on this live stream series. We need to do at least crude lunar landing. Then we can start thinking about some other streams to do. Maybe something that isn't RP-1, or maybe some weird challenges in RP-1, like that Saturn V to Saturn, because that was pretty fun to do. Ah yes, I remember that. Sorry, New Zealand. Is Australia pointy end up? Is indeed pointy end down. Yes, but yeah, no, we are launching from New Zealand. Right, hopefully this should put us in a slightly less thick part of the atmosphere when we need to decouple our side boosters, which means that we shouldn't tumble and flop in ways that would make my cats jealous, because they do love a good tumble and flop. Right, yeah, there we go. We're already at like 29. Yeah, we're already higher than we were, although we are not pointing. We are not pointing. Like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? We need to go higher. We need to go higher. I know it's trying to correct it because it's like, oh my god, we're going to go too high. We're going to go too high. What are you doing? So we're going to try and point down, but yeah, we need to be in this thinner part of the atmosphere. I think maybe we can get... This might actually work. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, it does. That's fine. We lose a bit of fuel, but we've still got 1,115 meters per second of delta V left. Probably the better thing to do here would be to try and go for a higher orbit. And I think we can, with like an additional 1,100 meters per second of delta V. I think that is absolutely possible. Right, one more test. One more test and we're going to actually launch this for real. So we're going to go back to launch. I'm going to try putting us in a 450 by 450 kilometer orbit and see what that does. Tactical flip. Yeah, it was indeed a very tactical flip, but it worked. It actually worked. That would have made it to orbit. I know what causes the flip. It's that we've got our engines are trying to make the rocket point more, you know, horizontal. However, we're still in a really thick part of the atmosphere, and because the aerodynamics of this are like a cow, basically. But cows are quite aerodynamic, as we have all seen that image of the aerodynamics of a cow. Yeah, as basically the aerodynamics of this are friggin' awful. It goes all over the place. Watching this stream made me want to play RP-1. You should absolutely do it. RP-1 is fun. Right, so yeah, let's set this to 450 by 450. 450 by 450 kilometers, with an orbital inclination of minus 39 degrees. What we will do is not test everything. We're just going to hope that the rest of the mission should be fine. Engage autopilot. Yeah, we could probably even go for like 500 kilometers. That gives us like 1,000 meters per second left. Yeah, let's do a really, really high orbit. Cool. Yeah, let's go for that. Disengage and re-engage. Give that a go. I think we should be fine. Last attempt. RP-1 Legacy or current RP-1? Do you prefer? I don't know. I've been playing both recently, because For All Kerbal Kind is Legacy RP-1, and this is PNLC. I like a lot of the stuff for PNLC, but it means that it takes a lot longer to get anywhere interesting. Which is a bit of a problem. Like, I mean, we're sort of starting to get to interesting locations now in this livestream series. We've gone to the moon, we've orbited the moon, we will be going interplanetary soon. We are working towards getting, you know, crew up into orbit, which is not this. This is not crewed. This is going to be another lunar impactor. But I do like some of the more, like, technical challenges PNLC does. But I like Legacy just for going balls to the wall and saying, you know what, screw it. I do want to land on Titan with crew by 1970. That seems like a fun thing. Yeah, PNLC does kind of hold you back from doing stuff like that a little bit, which is, you know, not quite as great, but I do love the challenge of it. Crewed lunar impactor, indeed. That is what this is going to be. It's what our first lunar impactor in For All Kerbal Kind is going to be. This does seem to be a bit more stable. We've not done a flip. Ooh, God damn it, I spoke too soon. It's fine, though, because we've done one very small flip and we still have enough delta V to make it to orbit. Don't do another one. Bye-bye boosters. It was literally, it was the style, it's for style points. That worked. Yeah, because now we are pointing where we should be. And now that we're out of the thicker part of the atmosphere, the vernier engines on the RD-108 are going to be more than capable of keeping us in this position. Let's just make sure that it gets it up to orbit. Let's make sure that it gets up to orbit just fine. Because it does look to me like we are going to have about 800 meters per second of delta V remaining, which is, you know, more than enough, but I'd like to make sure that this fully works. That's honestly just a huge flex. Leave the flip in, why not? I mean, if the flip works and we're still able to get up to low Earth orbit, that's absolutely fine. What you could say is this is a optimal design. The flip is in there for... You know, for the crowds of people who are sat watching this rocket launch, hoping that we are going to impact the moon. They're there and they're like, do a barrel roll. And it does a barrel roll. And you're like, damn, this thing's pretty cool. Famous last words. Oh no. Now I'm going to have My Chemical Romance in my head for the rest of the stream. Warning, probe batteries are running low. That's absolutely fine, because that is just that suborbital stage. This is going to take a bloody long time. But I think this should be fine. Yeah, we're going to have about 800 meters per second of delta V left, because this thing is overbuilt. It's overbuilt. I feel like, yeah, we can leave this now. I don't need to check this anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to revert to the vehicle assembly building. And whilst we are there, for this one design, we are going to put some fins on. If I come in, open. God, I can't even remember what my rockets were here. It's probably going to be a Leica, right? Merge. You don't have fins. Leica 4. You don't have fins. God damn it. Which ones has fins? Leica 2. Where have they all gone? I swear they had them. Leica 1. There we go. Leica 1's got them. Now we're going to whack these back on in the hope that, well, for one, they don't crash into our boosters, which is why we removed them in the first place. But that was only a one-time thing. And that they keep us stable. They keep us aerodynamically stable. Because it's always nice being aerodynamically stable. You don't want to flip-flop and fly it all over the place. Alright. Wonderful. Leica 8. You are good. Edited, original, yeah, we'll save you as this, and we will save edits. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck, our ascent stage, our ascent guidance settings will remain the same. If they remain the same, then we can just launch Leica 7 and not have to worry about a thing. Let's go. Happy rocket, happy life, they say. Indeed. Should go interstellar in RSS. Unfortunately, to go interstellar in RSS, well, on this save at least, there's not really anywhere to go. We've got a lot of places within the solar system, but we've got nowhere else. We don't have any other stars in this, unfortunately. Maybe one day. Tip. Warp. Warp. Somebody's following. Alright there, Mr. Tolkien. Oh no. Ooh, this is not good. Ascent. Sacre bleu. Right, yeah, that's still the same, that's fine. That's still the same, that's fine. But we want to change this to 3 and 3, and we want to make sure that this goes here. That's fine, that's fine. Is that... Yeah, it is. It is the RD108. Okay, interesting. Not the RD108, RD105. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. All looks good to me there. We want to engage autopilot. Tip is saying that we're launching in 44 seconds. That's not that long. But we should hopefully be able to do this, and we will be able to see an optimal launch today. Yeah, good luck, have fun. Hello, welcome. Why are you speaking Hungarian? Who is speaking Hungarian? Am I speaking? I'm speaking English, I'm fairly sure. I can't see anything other than English in the live chat either. Have you considered doing a series where the goal is to go interstellar at stock scale? Yes, I did. It was, I suppose, Beyond Home, Coming Home, Redux was slightly bigger than stock scale. And that was going to be interstellar. That might be something that I do in the future, though. Right, anyway, we're going to launch this in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No engine failures. That's always nice. Hopefully nothing fails. Because if it fails, I would probably go away and cry. Every planet mod I try to add to Real Solar System breaks my game. I know that you can add... I'm pretty sure that you can add Kerbalism, Bellatrix Lestrange, to RSS. I think it is configured properly. I think it's configured so that you can do that, but I'm not entirely sure. But I don't know about any others. Facts. There we go, some Korean for you. It says hi. Such a nice launch. I am loving RSS. This is I'm quite proud of this launch vehicle, considering I designed it entirely on stream, and we did some greebling, and we did some beautification, and we did some nice things to it. Is YouTube like automatically transferring? Oh, it's at the beginning of that. Okay, there we go. Some Korean. It says hi. Yes, I cannot. Hungarian, at least I could probably understand the alphabets. With Korean, I am very, very, very much going to struggle with anything. But nice. Nice to know. I've never been to that part of the world. I would maybe like to go at some point. A little of Lithuanian here. Good day. I hope for clear skies. This is going exactly as planned. The flip was meant to happen. Oh, so Lithuanian. My best friend is from Lithuania, and I went to his wedding 2 years ago, and I was the best man. It was very good experience. But in my best man speech, I did actually ask him to teach me a little bit of Lithuanian to speak, to say at the very end of the speech, and I honestly, for the life of me, I cannot remember it. I can't remember what I actually said. But yeah, his entire side of the family, who are also from Lithuania, understood what I said, so that made me feel quite good. But no, I'm going to be seeing him next week, which is going to be fun. He doesn't live in Lithuania anymore. He moved to the UK to come to uni here, which is how I met him. But yeah, no, we're going to Download Festival to see lots of heavy artists. Did it just do a Kerbal? It did indeed. It spinned, it flipped, it flopped, and it was entirely planned. You can speak some Australian for me. Camera just turned off. Great. This camera really has a mind of its own. I don't think it's tracking me anymore either. I don't... no, it is. It is. Why do you just turn off randomly, camera? Maybe I need the actual camera thing up. Let's turn the camera thing on. Camera tools. OBS bot. That is the camera that I'm using. Hopefully, if I have the actual software for it up, it shouldn't die. And then, with the software, I can do things like this. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's my hair. What? Oh, it's... Look into my eyes. No, it doesn't like that. But I can fuck around with it, and I can have a lot of fun. Doesn't like that, though. Okay, let's come back into the game so I can actually see what's going on before I inadvertently blow this rocket up again, which would be very, very, very sad. Very shortly, we are going to fire up our second stage, and with that fired up, hopefully that should be everything going well. Camera is an introvert confirmed. No eye contact. Doesn't like looking at me. Hey, I see you. Set the colour of your hair as a green screen. I've not got any... So there is stuff that I can use on the camera, but I'd have to make it be a virtual camera to work on slobs. I could do some weird things with it that basically, like, try and remove my background, but I've found that it doesn't work that well. I think maybe having blonde hair doesn't really go well with green screens. How many cosine losses do you want? Yes. Hello, pear-shaped pear, welcome. Actually, yeah, if I set the colour of my hair to a green screen, well, my hair's like blonde. I don't think it would work too well. But I don't know. But we have had a successful fire up of our upper stage, so what we're going to do is we're just going to wait for the 5-6 minutes nearly that it's going to take to burn through this stage. Oh no, there is no electric charge on the stage that we don't care about. Thanks, Kerbalism! Or should I say Obama? Thanks, Obama. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. You are the lunar probe that could. We are definitely going to be in orbit today, I think. 500 by 500 kilometer orbit and still having an absolute shed ton of delta V is pretty nice. Now this says that we've only got 2,203 meters per second of delta V in this stage, which, as I've mentioned many times, oh god, I'm punching the microphone. I'm having a boxing match in my own study. As I've said many times over the course of this live stream series, 2,203 meters per second of delta V is not enough to go to the moon. We need at least 3,100-ish. We might need even less if we're going to be starting at 500 kilometers. But that is wrong, because what it really should be is, if we get that, right, yeah, we want that stage as well. That is the stage that we want to do. Auto decouple false. I don't know what I set the... You know, the thing that makes you go... The decoupling force for that. I'm sure that I unset it somewhere else, but I can't remember. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our RCS on, and we're going to hit kill rot. And, oh god, we're going to decouple. Oh, it's fine, nothing went wrong, all according to plan. Everything is still good. Everything is gravy. Right, let's open up Principia. What's the tonnage that you can take to orbit? That's crazy, Delta V. So the tonnage that this rocket can take to orbit is about 4 tons, I think. 4 tons in 1959, which is mental. It's a very, very, very good rocket. We are going to be sending our crewed capsules on top of this rocket. It's great. It's going to do us a lot. It's going to last us for quite a while. Right, so we want to come into here, and let's just make sure that I'm not covering this up with my ugly face, so that you can actually see what I'm doing. We want to set our flight plan. We want to maybe burn about 3,000 meters per second of delta V, and our plan length is going to be about 5 days. 5 days. 5-ish days. Now we need to, T-initial, we want to set that so that we are actually going to be going to the moon. If we bring this down to about there, let's move you over there. Maybe a little bit before. We might need to do about 3,100. Oh, I'm ruining it. I'm ruining it. I'm messing up. Not on purpose. See, 3,100. 3,200 is way too much. 3,100 is even too much. Probably want to go for about 3,080. Yeah, that looks to me like it's reasonable. Go there. Oh, that looks almost perfect, because we are definitely being impacted by the moon sphere of influence or gravity there, because it's gone wee donk. Yes. I should do sound effects with my mouth more often. Okay, and we're back. Let us change our plotting frame from Earth to Lunar. The way I said that as well, it made me think of the Mighty Boosh. It made me think of Susan. Hello, my name is Susan, and it is time for you to do the choosing. Or Mr. Susan, even. Look at my mirror balls. Look at them shine. Look at them shine. If you don't know what The Mighty Boosh is, it is the most wacky, weird British comedy ever, and I absolutely love it. It's like one of my favourite British comedies. It's Noel Fielding. Noel Fielding at his very best. Oh god, what did I do? Oh no, I think I moved this up by 2. There we go. 3,057 meters per second of delta V with our active engine. Come on, let's get this in. Let's smack the moon. Yes, smack it. Hit it. Hit it hard. Hit it with a impactor. Goal. Right. Let's move this down. It's about there. Yep. Come on. Let's just. Oh no! What did I do? No, not in 100 days. No. Oh no! Now our plan length is going to be all weird. God damn it, Principia, I love you, but also at the same time, why do you hurt me? There you go, that looks good. Naughty moon. Naughty moon indeed. When you are the moon... I saw the sun come in front of my face once, and it's a solar eclipse, and I lick his back. You're going to add a launch abort system to your manned rocket, or are you going to the Vauxhall route? We do have a launch abort system on there, I am fairly sure. Once I have done this mission, we will go and have a look at it and see. But I'm pretty sure, I am like 99% sure we do have a launch abort system on it. Right, I want to change my plotting frame to see Lunar... Yeah, we're going to be hitting the edge of the Oceanus Procularum. I'm happy with that. I think that's alright. I think that's good. I am perfectly happy with that. What we're going to do is get rid of all of these screens, because I don't know about you, but I'm getting quite cluttered at the moment. There's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of clutter going on. We want to remove that, but we do want to keep smart ASS. Okay. Yeah, no, we're cool. We're cool. We're good. We're good. Let us time warp a little bit ahead. And we want to stick to the node. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know how we've still got signal. How have we got signal? We should be, like, over the middle of the Pacific. Ooh! Ooh! Ah! Quito. Wait, that's like Chile? Or, no, because Chile's more down here. I don't know what those countries there are. Ecuador? It's Brazil, but like South America. Somewhere around South America. Wow, look at how our orbit changes. It's like Principia. It reminds me of those things that you had when you were a child, and you'd like look into them and you'd like flick things, kaleidoscopes, and that's what they were called, kaleidoscopes, and you'd flick them and you'd look into, and it'd be all like, bam, all pretty colours. Quito is Ecuador. So Ecuador, I did, I think it might even say EC or something on there, right? No, STDN, SSC. I thought it says the country. Maybe not. Anyway, maneuver planner. What we want to do is execute order 60 next node. Oh no, I don't want to time warp. I don't want to time warp. No. Okay, we're going to time warp. It's fine. We're going to burn. Burn, baby, burn. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, 0, burn! Successful ignition! That means that today, as long as everything goes according to plan, we should lightly caress the moon's surface with our probe. How long is this burn going to take? I don't think it will take a very long time. In fact, actually, what I want to do is go and look at the moon and make sure that we don't overburn, because that is absolutely something that we could do with this maneuver. And if we overburn, then we are a little bit screwed. We're a little bit porcupined. Hedgehogged. Come on, burn. I believe in you. Come on. Perfect. We have overburnt. But that's fine because we didn't overburn by a huge amount. So what we can do is use our RCS to bring it down to about here. Lovely. And we can keep it. Yeah, if we go for about there, we're going to hit the Oceanianus Procellarum. You think that will be in the dark, though, because... yeah... that's annoying. God damn it! That's fine. It doesn't matter that we're in the dark. What does matter is that we are going to run out of electric charge in 14 hours. So what I'm going to do is disable avionics permanently on this. Yes. And now we have 22 days worth of electric charge, which means that we are not going to run out, and it means that I don't have to decouple this, and this is such a better way of doing this, I feel. And actually, even doing that 1 ton low Earth orbit, like, satellite thing would be way better. Just, if you, like, launch an entire rocket up to space and just disable the avionics on the core stage, you'd be able to do that way better. But no, we didn't do that this time round. What we did is we made a fucking ginormous rocket that is still being used to do lunar impactors, crewed. Yeah, it's Soviet tech, man. Damn. 62 viewers and only 5 likes. Come on, people, sort yourselves out. Thank you, Jimmy Miguchi. MechJeb likes to overburn in Principia. It does, but it certainly does it a lot better than I would. Lightly caress at 2,500 meters per second. Indeed. Indeed. Bye, Earth. See you never, because we're going to smack into the moon. We're never recovering from this. Right, let's follow it. You spin my Earth right round. Okay. Okay. It's easy, MK. Do 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 lunar impactor crude count record of 2 crew. Yep, no. We don't need to worry about any of that at the moment. What's the total weight of the rocket, by the way? You're not doing the full R7 stack. No, the total weight of the rocket is about 205-ish tons. Yeah, about 205. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Was make sure that we're not running any experiments, because I feel like we've got all of the experiments that we're going to need from this anyway. We could get... yeah, no, there's none of that. Oh, no, visible... No. That's fine, yeah. Yeah, about 205-ish tons. The full R7 obviously had 2 more RD-107 boosters rather than the yeah, we've only got 2 RD-107 boosters. R7 had 4, so we are a little bit lighter than that. If we went with the 4 boosters, we probably could maybe get about 6-ish tons to low Earth orbit. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to check that out. I'd have to look into it and assess the situation. Turn them on. Science is science. The reason why I didn't want to turn them on is in case it absolutely drains our battery. Because I don't want to run out of battery, like, mere meters away from the surface of the moon. Right, we are in low lunar science now. We can't even get that. Yeah, we can't even get it because we're on the dark side of the moon. Pink Floyd reference. And unfortunately, because we're on the dark side of the moon, it's going to be pretty anticlimactic because we're just going to see this and it's just going to go poof. I will be back. Duty calls. If you're not still on, I click the bell. YouTube recommended. Did good today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed the stream and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. What's the total weight of the rocket? Oh, I've already read that. I'm reading things that I've already read. Oh, we do still sort of get to see the moon. I mean, like, the moon is there. I don't know how visible that is actually going to be on the live stream. Somewhat visible, if I look at my actual stream camera. Although, YouTube does like to make things a lot darker. We're going to add another crater. We will. It's going to be a very small crater. Oh, this is just normal time warp. Oh my god! There we go. Impact achieved. Now, second impact? Like Pippin. What about second impact? Afternoon impact. Breakfast. Hopefully, that got us the contract, but yeah, it didn't. So, there is a known bug with Sol for Lunar Impactor, in that it breaks it based on, I think, the biomes that it uses or something. There is an issue with Sol for the Lunar Impactor contract. That should have completed because we did everything. We had electric charge. We had like 18 days left by the time I last checked, and that was when we were 150,000 meters above. We did hit the moon at that sort of speed. I don't know about the terrain, what sort of, terrain below 3,500 meters, we were, because we are now -5 meters, so something about Sol was causing this to not fire. We did have electric charge, we had everything, it was way over 40 kilograms, so what we are going to do is come into the cheat menu, and we're going to go to contracts, and we are going to go to active and complete Lunar Impactor, because we have achieved it. And it is just a bug with Sol that stops us from doing that. That's the problem with playing really heavily modded installs, is that sometimes things don't quite work. And when I've been playing RimWorld in my own time recently, what I have been doing is, because I am hugely modded, I've been playing on like difficult difficulties because I like playing RimWorld on harder difficulties, but I am not doing sort of like an Iron Man run necessarily, because the mods will break that. And the Fallout version, the Fallout sort of like run that I've been doing recently, I got maybe an hour or two into my game and a raid happened, and for some reason one of the raiders was invisible, which then turned one of my colonists invisible, and it completely broke going forward for like the next 20-30 minutes. Like, they didn't come back revisible, so I had to reload an old save, which is a shame. Yep, that happened to me as well. Had to force complete it. Fair. Cheater. Oh my god, 5th brekkie. Contract's bugged. Yeah, it is a bugged contract. Have you ever played the game Songs of Six? I have. I've played quite a lot of that. It is a fantastic colony builder game. I think that's also only made by one guy. But yeah, and like you say, you can scale like crazy. It is huge. I haven't ever gotten to like the proper battles that you can do in that game. Oh, you're making me want to play it now. How many hours of Songs of Six have I actually got? Oh no, I've shut down Steam. I can't have a look. Very good game though. I don't think it's that popular. So if you're here and you've not heard of it, definitely go check it out, because it is a fantastic like colony builder game where it's not, you build a whole city. Really fun. I can't even remember what the races are. There's like, they're all weird names. They're not kind of like normal names. I'm trying to think of some. There's like dwarves and elves and stuff, but they're not called that. I think humans are called humans, though. Humans have a boost to their research, if I recall correctly. It's been so long since I've played. It's like Gilberdaki, or it's something like that. They're all weird names, the races in that game, but it's a very fun game. Anyway, we were able to complete that, which gave us an extra amount of confidence. What we can do is then pick up this final one, which still gives us 16 science. We definitely want to complete that, because science, at this stage of the game, well, we just want it. We just want all the science. That will give us an extra 510 confidence as well. And then what we're going to do, we'll launch that, right? We'll launch that. We should still get all of the money from this lunar probes whilst we're working on launching that. Once that's done, we'll accept this. Then we look at early inner planet probes, and we may... No, we won't be able to do it at breakneck, but we shall be able to do it at fast, and I reckon 7 years is absolutely fine to do that. And then we'll get loads more money, and that is going to be brilliant. We're going to start getting a lot more money very shortly as well, because as soon as this is finished, I mean, we're spending a stupid amount on this a day right now. In fact, we could probably be spending even more. Get it done a little bit quicker. Very beginning of May. No, I don't like that. Maybe what we do is, rather than work more on that, so we're getting 87 a day. Maybe we put our research up to 100. There we go. That, yeah, now we're getting 17 a day. That's fine. Have you played Dyson Sphere Program? I have played Dyson Sphere Program. I've got quite a bit of time on Dyson Sphere Program. I like factory games. Factory games are fun. Never really got that into not Satisfactory. I've played a shit ton of Satisfactory. Never really got into Factorio, which is, you know, the one that sort of kicked them all off, weirdly enough. And I'm not entirely sure why. I've played it a little bit, but never got past oil. I've never got blueprints in Factorio. Are we maxing out our rep yet? Oh, no, not quite. We are very, very, very close to maxing out our rep. And I reckon once we do Leica 8, which will be our last lunar impactor, we will be maxing out our rep. And after Leica 8, well, then it's just crude. It's literally, that's what we're going to be focusing on. It's all the crude orbit stuff. Mission control. We can do another one of these. If we did another one of those, we would be able to get... This would give us enough money. This would give us enough confidence, maybe, to get the... At breakneck. Maybe we do that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure what is the call here. What is the right call? I think actually as well... We probably want to spend that science that we've just picked up. Stability would be good, but I think we want to really start, now that we've got, you know, interplanetary stuff coming up, we probably do want to look at interplanetary communication. Or at least better engines. And oh look, we can get stage combustion. And we're absolutely going to want to get that. Because look at that, 338 ISP, which is insane. Oh, that's expensive though. How come we can get it already? Do we not need? No, we don't. Rather than going for 1960 orbital rocketry, that one, it's highly deceptive. Can you zoom in any closer? No. This arrow doesn't actually point to 1960 orbital rocketry first. It points underneath it and then it goes to there. So we could pick up first OSRC engines already. Damn, that's pretty nice. Oh, and we could unlock it with the science that we've got. Or we could unlock... I think we go for interplanetary communications. Because that's going to be a very big one to get. We'll get early human spaceflight era science quite shortly as well. And that's going to be really, really good for running certain science experiments. Yeah, I think we go for this, and maybe we even go for better level solar tech? Or 1960 orbital rocketry. I would like 1960 orbital rocketry. We do get a lot of better rocketry there. No, I think, yeah, early interplanetary communications definitely top of the agenda. Then I think we go for 60 orbital rocketry. Then we go for early power generation. Then we go for ORSC. Oxygen-rich staged combustion engines, or oxidizer-rich staged combustion engines, even. That's the route that we go down. Right, so in 4 days, we're going to have an upgrade to our materials science, which is absolutely fantastic, because that basically means that, if we look at this, 200-ton launch complex, it's going to... We might not get a boost to it, but the efficiency, the max efficiency, will go up. We have some engineers unassigned as well. There we go. Power tool evaluation. Egg growth. Yep, cool. That's fine. And actually, I didn't even check. With that, with this. Oh, no. We just get better, we get better fairings. Oh, okay. Do we have to buy these now? We do. What? I didn't know that. Okay, well, yeah, we're buying the stringers upgrade. Absolutely. Efficiency upgrade has gone up as well. Maximum efficiency. Service module upgrade. Lovely. So we've got service module 2s now. Yeah, cool. That's looking good. That's looking good. I'm liking that. I don't even know how much unlock credit we've got. Hopefully a fair amount. Cool. Right, with an extra 16, that'll get us up to 31 nearly. Cool. Let us warp until Leica 8 is complete. And then after that, I'm not sure if we're actually going to want to build anything until we've got, you know, basic capsules done. Basic capsules, oh, it's a long way off. I think, yeah, we're going to be waiting. Maybe we could launch some bigger cameras. That might be what we do, because I don't really want to leave that launch site idle. Maybe, yeah, maybe we launch some of those advanced camera experiments, although I'm not sure if we even have those yet. When do we unlock those? Do we unlock those here or here? We got this basic film camera, Photography 2, which takes 2 hours. Yeah, we want to do one of these. We want to do one of these. We want to launch one of these and recover it, I think. Which is fine. We can absolutely do that. We've got micrometeorite detectors. Yeah, I think that's what we do after that. Just we launch one with one of these basic film cameras on. Takes a couple of hours. And then hopefully we'll be able to recover it. And then I think once we get to here, that's when we start getting the much, much, much bigger ones. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Yeah, we're not going to leave this idle. There is meat. Meat. Hello, Carnassa. Hello. Welcome, CraterInc42. Welcome. For your information, the new version of RO nerfs the S1540 to only have one ignition. What the is that what I was just going to unlock? This. No! Why would you do such a thing? You bastards. That's terrible. Look, it's got 4 ignitions. It's great. It means that we can do upper stack 5 ignitions. I'm not upgrading. I'm not upgrading. That means that this OSRC route is just way worse because you don't get multi-ignition engines like forever. If you want to go a Russian route. Any sort of good ones anyway. Look, I want to move you close. G1 is pretty insane. 357. I don't like that. That makes me very, very unhappy. Although, I'm sure there's other things that we could maybe look into using. I don't know. I mean, thanks for telling me, but that's just a load of rubbish, really. Damn it. I'm assuming it only had 1 ignition in real life, which is why they've done that. Can you not pre-build the launch vehicle for your crew capsule? We could do that, but I feel like the way that the editing system works with KCT is that it's not really gonna help us all that much, because the edits will mean it will take forever to build, unfortunately. We definitely need more scientists because we're going to unlock 1960s orbital rocketry in 1961. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, have we built it? Oh god, we have. I completely missed. Oh no. Oops, that's fine. It's not like we're going to lose a load of money from that mistake or anything. No, it really won't. There we go. Rollout is done. And now we have not long until the astronaut complex is going to be done either. 19th of May. Yeah, basically, that's going to be in 1 month's time. Lovely. And then we can start training up our crew so that we can actually get a crew up to low Earth orbit. I think we're going to beat Gagarin. I am pretty sure that we're going to beat Gagarin. That is the wrong place I wanted to go into. I want to go into the tracking station because I want to have a light side impactor. I want to crash on the moon in glorious 4K and see it with in the light. I want to be able to see things, okay? Seeing things is much nicer than not seeing things. So, I think if we wait for a little bit, and we get the vast majority of the moon, so it is kind of full, like that, and I think with our journey time over, we should be able to see something crash there. Lovely, because everyone wants to see explosions, and it makes it really hard to see when the explosions are happening in the dark. RD119 has 2 ignitions, but only within about 2 hours of the first. Oh, I didn't know that. That's also annoying, because I want something that, you know... I suppose I want a hypergolic upper stage. Why is there a... Why is the side of the vehicle assembly building all like... You can't really see it, because I'm in the way. Why is it all, like, blasted? Is that always like that? It very well might always be like that, and I've just never noticed. What's happened there, vehicle assembly building? Right, anyway. We're good. Let's launch Leica number 8. The last of our early lunar probes. Once we've done this, we're done. We're done with the moon until we want to land on it. Now, landing on the moon, it's going to be a way off yet. I think once we pick up that early interplanetary program, what we are going to have to do... This all looks fine. Yeah, this looks fine. What we're going to have to do is probably start building up the administration building, because I'm not going to have enough administration points to actually pick up another program. And I probably do want to start thinking about getting into doing lunar landings. Right. Okay. What we're going to do here is set that to 3 and that to 3. Yep, that's absolutely fine. We've got fins on here now, which is also lovely, lovely, lovely. We don't need to go for 500 by 500 kilometers, but it seemed to work well last time, so I see no reason why we don't go for the same again. We are going to be launching in 9 hours, well, 10 hours. I have a feeling that's going to be nighttime. Yeah, we're going to launch in the nighttime, but at least we're going to hit the moon. The moon. In the day. Cool. Right. Engage autopilot. Engage autopilot. Why was that not working? 1860. That's absolutely fine. With the thins that we have here. Right. With the thins that we have got. Everything looks good to me. There is going to be no funky flip, unfortunately. We're not going to see a funky flip this time, which is quite upsetting. Talking of tech, I was testing ship based on Veos's Jolly Roger in sandbox mode called the Runa class. Veos is streaming again, isn't he? I've not been to one of his streams for a few... Well, I've not been to one for a while. I know he stopped for a bit, but I think he is back. Right, anyway, we're going to launch this in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, don't we just love that sound? That's the stock level 1 VAB, and that's where Jeb tried to launch a rocket from inside the VAB. Is that actual... Right, is that actual Kerbal Space Program lore? Are we going to get a lore dump now? Because I could honestly see that being actual lore. Have I already done the proficiency training for the capsule? No, I have not. Now, there is one reason, and one reason alone, why we have not done proficiency training, and that reason is the astronaut complex isn't upgraded yet. We need to wait for that to be upgraded before we can train a Kerbal to be able to use the Mercury capsule that we are going to be using. Now, it's going to be done in a month, and as soon as that is done, we are going to be getting a Kerbal trained up in proficiency instantly. And I believe when I last checked, it was going to take about 280 days to get that proficiency training done, but that was with a level 1 astronaut complex. Now, a level 3 astronaut complex, which is what we are moving up to, well, that means that our training time is going to come down dramatically. And when it comes down dramatically, well, I'm hoping that maybe it's going to be about 200-ish days in order to train up a Kerbal in Mercury proficiency, and then maybe about another 50-ish days in order to train them up in the mission, which means that it's going to be less than a year, which means we should, hopefully, theoretically, be able to get a Kerbal to orbit in 1960, which is fantastic because, you know, we will have absolutely smashed the historical date if we make it to 1960. There we go. We have tipped over the rocket now, and it does look like, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing a flip today. Veos love hurting himself because he's doing a 10% stock run. Recently finished biggest junior mission. Yeah, also he makes basically only SSTOs due to costs. I do know. I do enjoy watching Veos. Veos comes to these streams occasionally as well. I'm a member of Veos's channel, actually. Yes, I am a YouTube member of Veos. Have been for a very long time, maybe like 2 years. But yeah, no, I watched the stream where he departed for Juna. And yeah, he does do a lot of pain in the, like, literally, like, I think he doesn't even do 10% anymore. I think since coming back from Juna, he's actually moved down to 1%. He's only on 1% science gains because Veos is an absolute mad lad. And if you do not know who Veos is, I mean, type it out, check him out on YouTube because he is a fantastic KSP YouTuber. Highly recommend. He's been doing it for a long time now. I think from, what was it, Solar Conquest or something like that. He did a series a long time ago, which I think Cosmonaut Crash was somehow involved in. Oh, my camera's gone. So turns out, actually having the camera settings open, the camera thing open, does not work. It doesn't stop it from dying. Why you do this, camera? Why? Camera, look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. Hello. Yes. This is where I want the camera to be. You can see all of the imperfections on my face. Oh dear. Right, let's move it to a sensible zoom. I think actually just one-time zoom is probably fine. You can see my hair all messed up from the headphones. Right, let's get rid of that now because I can't see my chat anymore. 1% science, even RP-1ers aren't that masochistic. Yes, no. Veos is doing some insane things. Yeah, Veos is back last night's stream. He was disassembling old Jolly Roger and is building an upgraded version of her, happily named Jolly Roger A. Nice. Have I ever seen Bogue's Interstellar series? No. I remember watching Veos in middle school and now I'm finishing my 11th school year. I don't know what middle school is. Being from the UK, we just have like primary school and secondary school. The forehead. The forehead. Have I missed a lot, though? I stopped watching consistently around when you got first orbit. So, we have orbited the moon. We have impacted the moon. We've sent up quite a few satellites. We've sent several Komodo dragons up to low Earth orbit and returned them. We are doing now our very, very, very last lunar impactor. Once we've finished this, what we're going to do is we're actually going to complete the lunar program and then pick up early interplanetary probes, which is going to get us a lot of money. It's going to give us so much money. Oh, I'm going to be rolling in money. I'm going to be filthy, stinking rich. I'm going to have so much money. It's going to be coming out of my ears. It's going to be coming out of my knees. It's going to be coming out of my fingers. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get a load of money from doing that interplanetary stuff. But that will be coming after this flight. We will pick up that program. Before then, well, before we do interplanetary stuff, we are going to be hot-tailing our way. We're going to be really going for not interplanetary, crewed. That is the title of this Kerbal live stream, after all. We want to get a crew up to orbit, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. I think we're almost there. Two more flights, I reckon. We do the uncrewed one, and then we can do the crewed one. And we could do suborbital if we... Oh, God. Oh, no, that's the probe that I don't care about. We could do the suborbital one, but we've only got one launch vehicle. We literally have one launch vehicle, which is, more than capable of getting us orbital. We could potentially design a suborbital rocket, but I don't know why we would do that. Holy, I need to catch up my space program. I'm only in low Earth orbit now. Once you get to low Earth orbit, it really doesn't actually take that much to get to the moon. It doesn't take a lot longer to get to the moon. I think English schools do 6 years primary, 7 years secondary, but in Scotland it's seven primary, 6 secondary. So English primary schools, we have reception, which is sort of like the first year that you are there. I think you can, and you can get pre-reception as well. I think some schools do that. After reception, you do years 1 to 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you go to secondary school at the age of 11. That is year 7 that you start, and then you finish school at year 11, and that's when you either move on to college or sixth form. I did sixth form, so I actually stayed at school and did another 2 years of that, which is when I did my A-levels, and that was year 12 and year 13. Then I went to uni, and then I started YouTube. I went to uni a long time ago. I've done a lot of uni courses. Right, TIP, you can go, because we don't want you anymore, because you are just causing the game to lag. Okay, cool, we're in orbit. Lovely. Now what we want to do is make sure that we are going to where we want to be going, which is smacking into the surface of the moon. We're going to flight plan, create flight plan. We want to add maneuver about 3,080 meters per second. I believe it was, because we are a lot higher than we were before. 3,080 meters per second of delta V there. Lovely. Let's turn our flight plan into a 5-day flight plan so that we can see where the moon and where we're going to be in about 5 days. I said 5 days, but we have gone for 6 days. Right, we want to do this maybe in about an hour. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Have we messed this up? Might have messed this up. Oh no, we want to go for about there. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better. Maybe we want to sort of, oh god. Yeah, that's looking good. 3,060. That looks like we're going to hit the moon, because our orbit line went all wonky, because it went wee boom, like so. And we want to go to not flight plan. I want to change my plotting frame. Lunar centered inertial. Let's see how close we are to the moon. We're quite close. Okay, but we do need to change our flight plan. Oh god, where's my flight plan gone? Right, moon. We want to go a bit more. Yep. Little bit more. A little bit more. Just give it a little tickle. Go on. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That means we're heading straight into the moon. What I want to do, though, is make sure that we are heading straight into the moon. Right, I don't want to be heading there. Oh god, that was too much. I want to be going in the middle of the Oceanus Procellarum, because that's where we want to be. I think if I change this, we can go a bit further north. Although changing that timing is really not going to do an awful lot. I reckon we go for somewhere like there. And then we should get a lovely, lovely, lovely shot of us hitting the moon whilst it is still day. So we are going to be burning in... Oh no, you know what I've done? No. Oh yeah, no, you know what I've done? Curses. Right, so I have forgotten to decouple this stage, and that is important because Principia it gives your thrust based off of your active engine, and that's going to be a problem because now when I decouple this, well, it is going to completely oh, maybe not. Oh, it's the same engine. It's the same engine. We're literally using the same engine on those two stages. So yeah, no, that is fine. It's not completely ballsed up our Principia maneuver. Lovely. Right, let us go around to the maneuver. Where I live, it's primary and secondary too, but middle school is also recognised informally. Fair. I think it takes 1/3 of orbit delta V to get to moon, both on stock and RSS. Just about 3,000. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is right. I've never thought of it in that way before, but yeah, absolutely right. It's about 3,100 in 3,100 in RSS and about 1,000 in stock. I think it's maybe like 800 in stock, isn't it? Hello. I will soon upgrade my setup so I can play KSP. Very nice. Very nice. Upgrade is always nice. I am rocking on my upgrade from last year, which I only bought because I wanted to play Oblivion Remastered with all of the best graphics. I got a 5080 just for that reason and that reason alone, and it's doing me very nice, because I pretty much had really good stuff for everything else before that anyway. My RAM definitely needs an upgrade though. That will be probably the next thing that I do upgrade, although thanks to Sam Altman and all of those people, RAM is, for some reason, incredibly bloody expensive. But it's fine, because at least we have AI videos of cats, not real videos of cats. See, that fake accent is why we had an independence referendum. What fake accent did I do? I tend to slip into accents all the time, and I don't know why. Apparently, well, I am sure whatever it was better than my Welsh accent, because my Welsh accent is terrible. I cannot do a Welsh accent to save my life, and I'm fairly sure I'm half Welsh. I think my mum is fully Welsh, although she was born in the UK, but I think her whole family going back are Welsh. My Welsh accent is terrible. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Right, we are in a very good position. Going to get rid of that flight plan. We're going to get rid of our plotting frame. We're going to go for get rid of auto warp, execute all nodes. No, abort node execution. I want to execute next node. There we go. She was born in the UK, but her family are Welsh. I mean, you know, like, mum and dad were Welsh. She was born... the Wales is part of the UK. She was born in England. She was born in England, but her family are Welsh. Oh. Fun. Newsflash. Stars found in space. On a side note, tried using the modified version Runa class called Rosen class. It basically Runa but without heat shields block, and I accidentally crashed on landing on Ike. Oh no. Oh no, why can't I? Oh no, we've got no signal. Why have we got no signal? Where are we? We're over the Middle East. Why is there no signal in the Middle East? Why is there nothing in, like, Dubai or Somalia? Come on, pirates, sort your shit out. Give us signal. I'm sure there's some boat off the edge of Somalia somewhere where we can strap a communications dish onto and not have this problem. But hopefully by the time we finish this burn... I mean, there's no... there's literally nothing until we hit India. Or not even that. There's none in India. What? Why not? Why is there one in Madagascar but not one in India? Why? That seems really weird. Madagascar, famously known for their space agency. It's due to geopolitics, they don't allow you to use them. Fair. Did Israel exist in 1959? They could host a comms tower. They absolutely could. I don't understand why. Oh god, that does not look like a good orbit. Right, let's kill rotation. Yeah, because now... Oh, that looks terrible. Now we're going to have to wait for ages before we get any sort of connection. I can't believe that there isn't a single one in India. That honestly seems wrong. Because I'm fairly sure you should be able to launch from India. There's like a couple of launch sites. Yeah, this is going to really... Oh, there we go. We've got a connection. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can... How close can we get? Oh dear. Right, that's getting us further away. 8, 7. Oh, we might have missed the moon here. That's upsetting. I think we should have quite a bit of RCS, right? Not a huge amount, but maybe enough to do what we need to do. Right, let us delete that. Okay, we want to add a maneuver in like literally no time whatsoever. Active RCS. Let's make it like 7 minutes from now. The maneuver, the plan length, yep, that's fine. 16 days, rebase. Okay, if we do, yeah, oh, I think we might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, I don't think we're going to impact the moon. Yeah. Aegis? Why has that happened? It's like we burnt at the wrong time. Because I am pretty sure that we do not have this much delta V. I don't think we have 130 meters per second of delta V. I mean, we probably do in our actual... Oh, it doesn't tell us anymore because it's only got one ignition. Yeah, we need like 180 meters per second of delta V in order to do this, to get closer. Is that really the best way of doing it? Like, what if we do like a bit of normal and a bit of both of these? That might get us a little bit lower. Yeah, 100 meters per second. This is definitely the way that we want to do it. This is so annoying. I'm not sure if we have 110 meters per second of delta V. Let's go for like a polar impactor. I'll try this. I don't think that this is going to work, but we can give it a go. It's 114 meters per second of delta V. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that. If you dump the Keralox, maybe. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's really not a bad idea. Yeah, we can get rid of this liquid oxygen. Kerosene. We want the helium and the HTP. We've got 8 HTP. I don't somehow I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, why is that? That's interesting. Imagine. Right, that's 31 days. Can we... I was saying, imagine if we could make this. Oh, that's... moving away, which is weird. Time warp. Yeah, I don't like that. We're moving away. Yeah, wherever we go, we're like getting... I think we might have to call this mission a bit of a failure. And there we go, I think that's us out of fuel. Yep. Oh well, not the end of the world. That's 16 science that we've just lost for no... yeah. All because... India doesn't have any ground stations, and I don't understand why. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Space Venta. Let's try that once more. I definitely want to complete that contract. That contract is going to be insanely, insanely pivotal. Guess we're not launching a camera because, yeah, 16 science is going to be a huge, huge, huge bonus. Let's go into the vehicle assembly building where hopefully we should be able to get that. Drop the electric charge too. You'll be lighter by 1 atom equivalent of weight. Okay. This is all fine. We've got those. This is unfortunately going to cost us a bit more money than we have, but that's fine. It's going to take 60 days to build. Leica 8. This is now Leica 9. Save that. That's all fine. That's all fine. If I have a look and see how much that is. Oh, we've got the new... I'm going to keep it at that for now. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been bad had I done that, because... yeah, that's fine. I'm just thinking to myself, right. Is that what I want to do? I'm sure there was something else that I wanted to look at. Oh, yeah, that was it. Whilst I came in here, I wanted to see if I go into science and look at this basic film camera. I want to see how much... photography 2... Why is there no info? Isn't there usually an info button for the rest? No. That's annoying. I just want to see how much science this gets. Because if it gets us more than 16, it might be worthwhile just actually launching them. It's not... why does it... it doesn't come up. Where is photography? Planetary photography? That's interesting. That... oh, I reckon it's because we haven't actually researched it, maybe? Filled by current vessel. There we go, photography 2. Okay, so we get 4.4 per biome. And we get space low biomes. It takes 2 hours. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to go for eventually, and maybe we will start launching some of those in a bit, but right now that's not what I'm going to go for. I do want to hit the moon one more time. I think hitting the moon one more time will be better for us in the close future. So we're going to save this. I'm going to wait until I've got 6,699 funds, and then we're going to build that up again, and then we're going to try and hit the moon again. Do I watch anime? And if so, what's your favourite series? I do not watch anime at all. I've never watched anime. Except for maybe Pokemon when I was younger, if that counts. I've watched Studio Ghibli, but never any TV series. Except for the first season of Attack on Titan, because I got told by someone to watch it. And that's it. Yeah, I'm going on that. Probably Attack on Titan, because it's the only thing that I've seen. Right, how much money am I making a day? 239. Let's see if we can maybe... Let's just move that down to 50%. No, I don't. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'll just wait a couple of days before we start building this. That, I feel like... Oh, God. That's fine. Like, I don't care about you. There we go. Let's build. Let's build. Build! Build. Every time I look at RP-1, I'm like, why is there no progression past the moon? And I play it and I can't get to orbit. Yeah, that's why there's no... I mean, there is later game progression now, but that is exactly why. A lot of people don't get very far into it. Right, that's all fine. No, it's not, because that needs to go there. I hate that every time I take them off, it moves that around. Right, launch. Okay, Leica 9 is now being built. Does Star Trek Lower Decks count as an anime? I've never seen Star Trek Lower Decks. I've never really seen Star Trek except for the films with Chris Pine. Probably going to have like pitchforks after me now, but I was more of a Star Wars person when I was growing up, so I never really watched Star Trek. So the next thing that's going to be done is the astronaut complex, and that's going to be done in just over a month. And as soon as that's done... Yep, there's our Venus deadline. We probably... No, we couldn't have gone to Venus. As soon as that astronaut complex is done... Oh, that's so annoying about that moon mission, because we could have been earning so much money right now. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to gain a lot of money a day now that that's done. Yeah, we're now getting 639 funds a day. That's insane. Let's quickly... go into training, proficiency, Mercury. Camera, don't you dare die again, because I saw you flashing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, Jeff Mr. Blue Lin. Right, it's going to take 309 days. That went up! That went up! March 1960, are you kidding? What the... flip, it was like 280. Why? Oh, so we're getting 639 funds a day right now. If I start training, that will give us 598. Yep, so it's about 40 funds a day to train Mr. Blue up in that. And yeah, that's going to be almost a year. God damn it. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Right, I need to do this orbital test flight, but that will come once we have researched the big tech that we need, which is basic capsules, which, you know, is not going to be very long. Right, let us wait until we've got... Oh, God, too quick. Human-rated EDL. That's another scientific breakthrough that we have made. Lovely. And I think what we want to do is probably, with all that stupid amount of money that we've got, and we do want to go interplanetary, I think maybe we want to get up to 1,000 researchers. So, we're going to go researchers. We're going to hire, auto-hire, we're going to go for 1,000... And our reserve funds are going to be, I'm going to put that up to about 25,000, because I want to make sure that we can build our capsule rocket, and I feel like it's going to be quite expensive. We're not really going to start, you know, hiring those researchers for quite a while. Yeah, it'll be done... in September, though. That's not too bad. What are we waiting for? Ah, the Venus transfer window. Bye, Venus! Oh, early lunar probes. We've got literally... The deadline is fast approaching. It's fast approaching. We've got one more attempt. Literally, this is our final chance. And if we don't get this, then it's going to be annoying. Right, okay. There we go. Leica 9 is done. We're going to roll you out. we're going to warp to complete because I feel like it shouldn't cause Principia to die with that. We should have it active, right? Lunar Impactor. Come on, let's get 16 science. Oh, do we just launch now? Do I just launch now? Do I just launch now and hopefully that the moon is in a good position? Because I don't really want to leave this any longer than we are. I mean, if we launch now and we hit around here, that should still be in the daylight. I think we just go for it. I think we go for it, and hopefully, this time round, we don't get screwed over by India. God damn India. Breaking my space agency. Right. Let's launch. How dangerous is the Venus atmosphere? Do I need to get into an orbit, then descend, or can I go from interplanetary space straight into the atmosphere? I would probably go for orbit first, unless you've got, like, really big heat shields. It's thick. The atmosphere is dummy thick, and it will break you apart very quickly. In the last episode of For All Kerbal Kind that I did, yeah, Venus's atmosphere was not very kind to my lander, and it broke apart in no time whatsoever. Hey, Carnasa, this will become a series of videos when you get to 1971 or some year close. So that was one thing that I was kind of thinking of doing, is continuing on. Basically, the Kerbal Gets Real Redux save in this, and maybe do actual videos after that point. We are recording these. But I don't know. I've not quite figured out exactly what I want to do with this live stream series yet. It's something, but I'm not sure. Ascent guidance. Right. Early shut-off stage. 3-3. 3-3. Again, because it's always 3-3. Current. Yep, that's fine. 500 by 500. We want tip. Give us tip. 9 hours until our transfer, until our window for the moon. Let's warp to then. I wonder, does that mean it's going to be a daytime launch? No. Not quite, because we must be in... Yeah, we're in June, so, like, literally winter. The dead of winter. In fact, this is almost the shortest day of the year. We are good to go. Engage autopilot. Come on. Yep, that looks good. That all looks fine. That looks fine. That looks fine. Actually, no, what we want to do is move that down there. Oh, should I have done that? No, I should not. I'm going to keep that like that. Engage autopilot. I can sort that out later on, because that will mess up my last stage, and I don't want that to happen. Right, okay, tip is done. What we want to do is get rid of you so that we can actually see this with decent frames. And we're going to launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. I believe in you. I have faith. You gotta have faith, the faith, the faith, for me to touch the moon with my rocket's body. I believe. I believe we will hit the moon today. Maybe. I mean, we've hit the moon several times already today. We've done quite a few launches over the course of this live stream. And annoyingly, after I finish this live stream, I've got to go away and edit my For All Kerbal Kind video. Of which we are not going to the moon in that video. In fact, there is nothing lunar related in that video at all. The closest thing that we'll be doing to the moon is maybe staring at it wistfully from low Earth orbit. Have you heard of that new game, Solar Expanse, where you set up logistics around the solar system and terraform Mars? I have it. I've played all of about 2 hours of it. The company that make it, I can't remember what they're called, but I've played 2 of their previous games. I've played Infection Control Zone and it's like 911 Operator. I like the style of those because, you know, you can it basically picks up. It's like the real Earth. It's like real map of the real Earth, and I like that. I liked being able to survive the zombie apocalypse from the comfort of my own home. Thought that was a pretty neat idea. Unique selling point indeed. Well, we are about to lose our boosters. Bye bye boosters. Let's get a parting shot. Bye boosters. See you never, because you're going to crash into the Pacific Ocean. Probably, hopefully, avoiding some turtles. Right. Let us time warp. It's a lot nicer in the UK right now. It's no longer 1,000,000 degrees, which is basically meant that I can survive in my office. Oh no, I've got hiccups. Oh no. Because yeah, when I was streaming previously, I think over the last few weeks, it has definitely been quite difficult trying to maintain talking and doing stuff on camera whilst the sun, whilst it has been like 33 degrees in here. It is now only 27, which is a lot better. I did pick up an aircon unit from my parents as well. They had a spare one, and unfortunately it didn't have all of the right parts, so I've not been able to use it. Right, we want to pause messages because I don't care about messages anymore. What we want to do is follow this all the way up to space. If this was last week, you'd be on your 4th tankard of Ribena right now. That is very true. If that's anything to go by, like if we look at the amount that has gone from here, there's not a huge amount gone. Only the very top. To be fair, that means I've only drunk that much in 2 hours, which probably isn't good. Maybe I should be drinking more. I need like a hydrate check. I know on Twitch and stuff, I know having watched N9 stream, he'd have sort of engagement things where you could engage with the stream and you could tell him to hydrate. I need something like that for YouTube. I don't do Twitch. I've never had anything go to Twitch. I tried TikTok briefly when I was doing shorts, but I've built basically everything around YouTube, and I am lazy, so I don't want to move anything over to another platform. Is why everything. That's why everything is here. I do want to build a rocket that does take a little bit less time to get to low Earth orbit, though, because this takes so friggin' long. Another thing as well about launching to like 500 kilometers, which is a bit of weirdness why the last launch didn't really work, is because we are higher. That should mean that we get communications a lot more. Like, we should be in line of sight of communications a lot more frequently with this higher orbit. So it is a bit of a shame that, yeah, that was the reason why the last mission sort of failed. But anyway, with that done, what we are going to do is make sure that this is all ready. That's the right ring decoupler. And I do wonder if maybe because I didn't sort out my staging before, if we go X there, and turn on RCS and decouple. There we go. Perfect. Cool. We don't have any sort of communications right now, but that's fine. Let's go again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's B&Q it and try and get ourselves to the moon for the final lunar impactor, please. Add maneuver. Okay. We want 3,000. We want to do that, maybe. About there. Plan length. Oh god, not 23 days. 6 days. Need a bit more than 3,000. Oh god, that's way too much. Oh no. Oh, there we go. About there. Oh, only 10 minutes. That's good. That's good. That's very promising. That's a good place to want to do this, I think, because that means that we should be pretty much over Ecuador again, which means that we should have communications when we fire this up. I feel like this... Oh, God, no. What have I done? Right, that's close to the moon. I'm happy with that, because if we look at this... We go wee, ping, and that ping means that we are getting very, very, very close to the moon. So, we want to change our plotting frame. We want to go from Earth-centered inertial to lunar-centered inertial. Yes, we are close to the moon indeed. I think we have actually overburnt slightly there. If we move this maybe to about there. And if we... Yeah, this is why, like, timing is of the essence. It is super critical that we time this perfectly, because look how much just a few seconds changes our orbit. And that, I think, is what was a problem with the last one as well, is that we didn't really time it quite perfectly. But this now should be better, and I feel like if we go for there... That, to me, is perfect. We're, like, pretty much sticking smack bang in the middle of the moon. I don't think we could get that any better. So, we have 6 minutes and 52 seconds until we are at our burn. So, we want to stick to the node. I'm not going to bother rebasing, because I don't think we need to. And I guess, yeah, we just sort of... execute the next node. And I think whilst we wait for that, I might go for a very, very, very quick break, because I quite need the toilet. But I think what I might do is, rather than leave a be right back screen on, we will just follow this. Hopefully we should put it in a position where you can see it. You can count down the time. In fact, no, in order to do that, let's go for Principia. Flight plan. And there we go. We can see that in 5 minutes and so many seconds, that's when we are going to be going to the moon. Now I need to figure out how. I think it's in here. To this? Yeah, cool. I can get rid of my webcam whilst I get up, so you weirdos cannot see all of my lovely space if my camera tracking is on. But yes, I will be back briefly. Won't be long. Is anyone even here? Oh no, how do I turn my camera back on? No! There we go. Is there no RCS fuel on the final stage to fine-tune the impact? No, there absolutely is. Oh no, I'm moving the thing around. When I said that wasn't talking about the people in the live chat, that was me being like, oh, I'm back. Is anyone even here? Being me, because there was nothing going on the stream. But I am back. But I am back. We are back. It's working? Yeah. Okay, cool. So we have 2 minutes and 38 seconds. I feel like we can probably time warp that little bit now. Sorry for leaving you. I probably should have hit auto warp, and then we could have actually had this done whilst I was running away. But that would have been the sensible thing to do. And a lot of the things that I do tend not to be sensible because I am a little bit silly. Right, that is unfortunate that we are not going to be over Ecuador, but it's fine. I'm sure this time we won't have anything go wrong. It's going to work flawlessly because it has every other time except for that one time. And I feel like it probably was because I sort of messed around with the... I messed with... the settings of the active engine that should have fired on that stage. Principia is very finicky at times. Right, let's... Come on. Oh my god, why have you overburnt by about 1 million miles? Why? That's 26 million meters away. And we have absolutely no signal for ages. For fork's sake. This might be a problem. Come on, give, Quito, give, so we can find you. There we go. We have connection. Right, we are on Kilrot. Yeah, we've got RCS again. Let's see if we can get to the moon, but I'm not hopeful. I am not oh, no. That looks good. That looks good. I think we should be fine. I think we're going to be all right. Yeah, we are. Wonderful. We have hit the moon. Nothing to worry about this time. Oh, but imagine. All the people. I think if we go there, hopefully that should still be light by the time we arrive there. And yeah, it still should be facing the Earth. Yep, so we can see the Earth. And everything is good. Right, we want to disable avionics permanently. 22 days. Let's follow this to its destruction so we can actually get on with the main course of this wonderful meal that is being prepared. And the main course, of course, being crude orbit. I'm spinning around. Oh yeah. Oh god! That was very quick. That was scary. Oh, we've got a bit of a wobble going on here. That looks like we're going to fly right past the moon. I had it set to the wrong frame of reference. No! Oh, so we're not going to have signal when we hit the moon, but I don't think that matters. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't matter that we have signal. Okay, so we're going for a far side lunar impactor? That's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I had lunar-centered inertial... Oh, God, I had lunar-centered inertial set, which meant that, yeah, we're not going to see the Earth. We've lost connection, but we are going to hit the moon. It's not actually something that is required, is connection. Look at that. Big cliff, though. Nice. Success. We have hit the moon. And we didn't complete the contract due to the fact that Sol means that it doesn't work. But we are going to complete that contract. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, look! We finished it! With no cheating whatsoever. Only slight cheating. Anyway. Cheating that we only have to do, though, because the game is bugged. Dink. Okay, cool. So we're going to reach 1,000 researchers. Bloomin' heck, we get so much money right now. That is a lot of money. But what we're going to do is we don't need to do anything more lunar related. We're finished with the moon. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to finish this. And we're only going to get 43 reputation because we have really gone down to the wire with that. So if we complete that, nice. Oh, we can get early inner planet probes. Right now, we're still getting 128 funds per day without even picking up a new program. Now, what I'm thinking we do, right? I'm thinking we get early inner planet probes and we do that at fast because now we get a lot of money for doing that. Then what we do is, that will put us on 5 program slots, max of 6. Then we complete that, or we pick it up, we upgrade our administration building once to give us 7 program slots. And then once that is done, we pick up uncrewed lunar surface exploration, which will give us even more money. It will give us 1.6 million funds overall. But this will give us 2.5 million funds, which is, is a lot better. It's a lot more funds. So we are going to do that. We're going to pick this up right now. It's going to cost us 1,200 confidence, but we have the confidence. I don't know where we've gained the confidence due to all of the mishaps that we are having, but there we go. We were on, I think, about 900 previously, and then it went down to 100 after I cancelled that last program. What are we on now? I reckon maybe about 1,200. 1,057, that's pretty good. The game isn't bugged, you're just using an unsupported RSS mod. That is fair. Lunar Impactor is a bit buggy. You can't speed up time or it does not see the speed at the given height. I wasn't time warping though when that happened, and more funds equals more fun. Exactly. Now this is going to be bloody expensive, but it will be done on the 14th of December 1959, and we will still gain more money than that. So I think we'll upgrade that. Then I think if we look at our staff, right, we have, in engineers, we have 71% efficiency there. And we have 400 engineers out of a max of 854. We need to start hiring more engineers. We need more engineers in order to basically do our crewed missions. Now, the capsules aren't going to be done for another 90-ish days, by the looks of things. If I look at that, it's really annoying. Yeah, it looks about 90 days, which means that we can get one more launch in before then. And I think what we are going to do is we're going to send a camera up to low Earth orbit. Maybe we can send multiple cameras up. We can do a big mission where we can send a couple of cameras up at a time. Maybe get a decent amount of science and then recover them. But what do we do? We are almost there. We're not going to be too far away from crewed orbit. Because ideally, I do want to be building a mission right now. And I do want, yeah, I think, yeah, let's come into here. Let's build a camera. The more efficiency we get, the better. Almost to orbit. almost to orbit with a crew. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Hopefully it will happen over this live stream. I'm pretty sure we're pretty close. Right. Oh, God, no, I don't want to save that. Right, so I feel like this is going to need a new naming convention if we're just sending cameras up. I can't remember what we used to have for the old cameras. It was the NFT. It was the NFT series of missions were cameras. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they are. NFT are. I don't know why they were called NFT. I remember just putting that name on and then being like, oh, it's non-fungible token for some reason. But what we want to do is come into science. How much unlock credit do we have? We have, oh my god, we've got 516,000. Jeez, that's a lot. We can unlock so much stuff because we've been using the same engines for like forever. There is some other stuff that we do want to unlock though. Right, what do we do? I think, how much does this weigh? This weighs 0.0. Oh, we could definitely launch like 4 of these at once. I think that's what we do. .057 tons. We have better heat shields now. We don't have to use heat sinks anymore. We've got the Mercury heat shield. We can use it. It is going to cost us like 3,000 to unlock it, but we can use it, and that means that we don't need to worry about sending a stupid amount back down. So that's 0.2 tons, right? That's fine. Photography 2. Do that. Then on top of here we get procedural avionics, which we are going to make a diameter of 1. And we're going to fit this in here, like so. We're going to go for plain metal top, because plain metal is the best. And then we need an engine to basically get it down. Now this weighs a huge amount. I think we should have... Oh no, we don't quite have battery 2 yet. Do we not? I thought we just unlocked the new service module upgrade. Maybe that's coming. I don't know. Question. Since I'm going to do a mission where I have to take pictures of the Earth, be able to stay in orbit for at least 8 hours and return the film, could I have a ton of sample slots to store films and return everything in one go? I believe you could do it. Because, yeah, we're probably going to want more sample capacity on here. That doesn't actually make it all that much heavier. Makes it a decent amount heavier, but not hugely heavier. Yeah, we also don't need 60 days worth of electric charge in there. 2.5 tons. Oh god, we don't need that. I reckon we go for about like 1.5. Basic avionics is fine. Do we have deep space? We do. Have deep space avionics already. I didn't know that. Fair enough. What we want to do is, yeah, I reckon 1.5 maybe for this, and maybe not even that. Maybe we go for like 1. 0.979. How much? That's 22 days. If I come into the tank UI here, and maybe do like 30%. 30% means that this weighs 0.547 tons. Right. Then what I want to do on top of this is get Isogrid, because I'm fairly sure... Oh no, we didn't actually unlock it yet. Interesting. I thought I unlocked Isogrid. Well, we're going to unlock it for this anyway. It's about time we start using Isogrid. We're going to go high pressure Isogrid here. We're going to make it slightly smaller, because I think that looks alright. Go for plain metal at the top. Then... Oh, I need to get internal RCS. That's definitely a mod that I'm missing. We'll get these on top. Like so. Engine, we're going to use HTP because HTP is just, you know, the best. Switch. Then in here, we're going to fill this up with HTP. And that is now 0.75 tons. We will have this up in orbit for just under a week. If we turn the photography on, that's 2 days. That's fine. Does this setup have orbital decay in some form? It sort of. There isn't proper orbital decay with Principia, but there is orbital perturbation, which can send your, like, you know, satellites and things off in weird angles that you don't want to see. We could also complete that reach orbital speed and return safely with this. So that's actually a contract that we'll complete whilst doing this as well. That's pretty nice. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever used these. Toggle info. But this kind of fits perfectly. Show parachute editor. Can we go previous size? Look at that! Oh my god, we've got a weird nose! Oh, even better! I like it. I like it. I think this is better. I think this is what we want to go for. We do not want total part cost to be 400 funds though. Absolutely not. Wanted touchdown speed. Maybe we go for like, yeah, this. We apply settings. And that now weighs, yeah, 62. That's fine. All in total, 0.783. If I come here and get some mini thrusters, place those at a 45-degree angle, like so. Change those to HTP. How much delta V does that give us? 254. Damn, that's not bad. That'll definitely get us down. I don't know how much each sample costs. I quite like the look of this. HTP and helium. Oh god damn it, I need to select my avionics now. And it is tucked away within here. Oops. Right, avionics. Yeah, let's go for 2 days and 3 hours. Let's go for like 1.2. And that gives us 2 days and 1 hour. I wonder if putting solar panels on this might actually help. Just keep it up for a little bit longer. Because everyone knows you want to keep it up for as long as possible. And if it stays up for so long, you should probably consult your doctor. Right, we're going to go for rectangles, design, small vents, panel length. Have I really only got... I don't have any tech upgrades yet. I've only got tech level 0. That means that these are going to be absolutely terrible. But it's not the end of the world. Because if I go electric charge... Yeah, that gives us... it gives us barely anything, to be fair. I think we don't want to bother with solar panels because they are so expensive anyway. Look, those 3 are just adding like 2,000 funds to this one mission. We don't want to do that. We absolutely don't want to do that. Because considering, you know, this is going to cost 2,798 in total. Yeah, this is fine. Right, this is going to be new camera test. We'll save this as this for now. Save. And what I want to do is never, ever, ever use that decoupler. Can I disable that decoupler? Nope, I don't think I can. Don't ever want to use that because I don't know what that does and I feel like that will make things go very bad. And I don't want things to go very bad. More battery will be much more efficient. Yes. I'm quite happy with 2 days. Actually isn't a huge amount, is it? Maybe we should get more battery. If we can launch, maybe we launch like 2 of these at a time. If we go for like 60%. 60%. That gives us 4 days and 2 hours with everything running. That's fine. That weighs 0.95 tons. We've got an extra 1.2 tons on there just in case the samples weigh a huge amount. But we are good. I think we're going to test this and just see, make sure that the heat shield does work, because if it's about the same size as this, I have a feeling that this might blow up. So I want to make sure that we can safely recover this. So we're going to start in orbit. We're going to have a circular orbit. Our orbital altitude will go for 250 kilometers, inclination 90. Not that I don't think that matters. Don't want part failures. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. Everything looks like it is in perfect working order. Let's see how this works. Use the modular RCS part, much more customizable. Ah, yeah, no, that is something that does exist. Yeah, that is definitely something to use. Right, so let us hit that. Wonderful. That is now everything set on. Where is Smart ASS? Smart ASS. I've got it. Where have I? I can't see it. Oh, it's there. It's hiding behind a sent path editor. Okay, we're going to kill rotation. We're going to, yeah, stick... Oh, retro? Retro is fine, yeah. No, we want to stick pro. We want to stick pro grade because these are facing the wrong way. Slowly but surely we are going to turn around and we will fire up those engines. Go. And where's my orbit info? Orbit info, where are you? 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and we'll go for 0. We'll go for like pretty much bang on 0. And then what we want to do is... yeah, we'll time warp ahead a little bit. Oh, unfortunately, we are going to come down at night. But hopefully, Firefly will make things look very pretty. Right, surface velocity negative, surface velocity negative. Please work. I have a feeling that you're not going to work, but we will see. Aurora Borealis. Or is that Aurora Australis? We're like literally going to come down right over the South Pole. Oh, no, we're not. We're yeah. Coming down near Australia. And then take a wait. What is that? Is super laggy. Okay. When I come out of the game, it's fine. When I go into the game, it is not okie dokie. Oh, there we go. It's fine now. You doubt this will work. The camera heat is too low and heat will convect from the heat shield into it and explode. Yeah, I don't know why that was so choppy. It was, the game was basically taking up all of my PC's resources for a minute there, and I'm not entirely sure why. But it seems to have fixed itself now. It's not anyone's internet. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Yeah, I think it's doing a bit better now. It should be anyway. It was purely because of, yeah, the game crashing. The game using up too many resources. It was maxing out my CPU, which meant that the amount of video that I was sending to YouTube was basically dying. Annoying. Does look like it is fixed though. Yeah, I think you're right, because we are heating up already, and we are only... We're only... yeah, that's going to blow up almost immediately. Damn. Bye-bye, camera. Fair. Right, we want to revert to the vehicle assembly building and make some edits. What is the camera's heat? I mean, is this the way? Sort of using the procedural avionics, because the procedural avionics tend to have, they've got 1073. What is the camera's heat? Also 1000, blah, 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 blah. Also 1073. Okay, that is not the way. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe we make this. I'm gonna reopen this. Don't save. New camera test. Okay, thank you. Let me please type in here. New camera test. Load. Right, I think what we do is we make the heat shield bigger for one. First things first, we make the heat shield bigger. But then what I want to do is get something that hopefully is a little bit more sturdy. So if we go into structural, structural is how much? Even less. Max temp is even less. How do we stop it from burning up then if we've got nothing that is really capable of not burning up? How much is a decoupler? Also not great. Get that down. So if I just go for something like that, this tends to work a little bit better. The avionics are the exact same temperature as the camera. That's what I was thinking of doing when I bring in the... when I was messing around with the interior of that, but I'm not sure if I want to go for that route. This also isn't a heat sink heat shield. This is a Mercury. Non-lifting low Earth orbit entries. Oh, actually, yeah, but Mercury needs to go quite steep as well. I didn't think about that. String of mass. Let's get that all the way down. Go for something like this. Get rid of that fillet. Inner and outer. Make them really, 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 really similar in size. Get the length there like that. Put that on Why is my game just breaking? It's not letting me pick up things now. Oh, how long is it going to be until we crash? Go for something like that. I'm going to try this. We are 1.14 tons. Bloody hell. We're only going to really be able to send 2 of these up. That's fine. Let's go for like 1.4. Gives us 3 days. That's fine. It'll give us a bit of science. Save. Simulate. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Why don't you bring back just the avionics of the parachute and heat shield to reduce mass? We could do, but I want to send a sombrero up to space and bring back a sombrero. Or some sort of hat. Are you really playing Kerbal Space Program if you don't bring back some sort of hat? Alright, let's do you, and then let's do you. Turn you on, and I think if we go... Why am I always losing? Like, why is this open up every single time? I don't want you all to open up every single time when I come on, because I just don't need it. But yet it is there. Right, let's fire this up and maybe get our orbit down to like minus 400 kilometers or something like that. We are going to be coming down in the night though. While duty calls and I must sleep, to face and stand another dream, though part of me shall forever stay. Thank you for coming along, Random Aussie. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Enjoy your sleep. Yeah, it must be like 4 AM there right now. That's like, yeah, super duper early. Right, 319. That's what we're going to go for. We hopefully didn't use up too much of that, because now we've got barely any RCS fuel. And we're not going to be able to stick... We're going to have troubles when we need to stick the right way. Oops. Oh, God. Oh, no! We've got 2 litres of HTP left. But it's fine. I think 2 litres is fine. We have enough to right ourselves. Yeah, that's okay. Cool. That's by the skin of our teeth. Now we wine torp. Now we wine torp 4 times speed. About 1 AM. Okay, it's slightly different time zone than I thought. Good night, fellow Aussie. I suppose I'll be taking your place as a resident Australian in the stream. You always need a resident Australian. It just goes without saying. It's absolutely necessary. Pivotal to any sort of thing that you get on with. We're still managing to maintain our... Yeah, this is fine. And things aren't heating up quite as much. Yeah, the ring decoupler is overheating, though. And I don't think there's anything we can do about that. Come on. We're out of RCS. I swear, if that ring decoupler is going to be the thing that causes us to explode, that's going to be really upsetting, because there is... I don't know what else we can stick there. But I think it's alright. I think because we've made this bigger, it will do. And we can send 2 of these up at the same time. We don't have to worry about them. We've made it through the atmosphere. Wonderful. We didn't explode. Perfect. Firefly looked absolutely fantastic. Now what we can do is... Well, I suppose we do just send 1 up at a time. But I think 2 at a time would be maybe we get more science. I don't know. But yeah, we need to couple this. Ah! No! And that'll be a lot of our weight. And yeah, we're landing in the middle of Antarctica. I think, yes. So I don't know who's going to go and recover this, but whoever it is, they're going to be bloody cold. Just a tad chilly. Let's make sure that it does land safely. I also want to see if there's any sort of parallax in Antarctica. I don't know if there is. Ooh, big mountains. It's the famous brown Antarctican mountains, of which I know a lot about. I know nothing. We're coming down at 6.1 meters per second. This determines whether... Okay, it does survive. Cool, that's fine. Survives even on land. Invalid situation. Perfect. Let us revert back to the vehicle assembly building, where we can whack maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 7 of these on top of a rocket. But by decoupling the heat shield, you don't land a sombrero. That is true. That is very true, so I reckon we don't do that. Okay, so this weighs 1.13 ton. I reckon we can send up 3 at a time. I don't know if we need to send up 3 at a time, or if 1 will do, but we shall see. It costs us quite a bit. Maybe we do just do 1 at a time. If I open up, right, so save and continue. I think, yeah, we just do 1. We'll just do 1. We don't need to send up loads. I thought that would be interesting though. Mower 1. Merge the mower. Okay, this is our most up-to-date rocket, I believe. Think if I grab that, not that. If I grab that, oh, I never fixed that either. That looks horrific. Maybe we will fix that at some point, because that at the moment looks a little bit rubbish. We fix that. We go for... What we don't want to do is use a new one of these. I actually want to go and grab one that exists from somewhere else, so I don't have to retool payload fairings, because payload fairings are bloody expensive. Oh cool, that opened that up and I didn't even know. Right, there we go. We grab that, we grab that, we put you on there. To be honest, I don't think we would have been able to fit 2 inside here anyway. I think 1 is just going to be the size that we go for. Right, so let's close those fairings. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to grab this, place this here, get rid of you. And I think what we want to do is start thinking about upgrading, because now we're getting isogrid tanks. I mean, the unlock cost for this and the tooling cost is going to be bloody expensive, but that is mostly isogrid tanks. And I think what we want to do is change these into isogrid tanks. Aluminium stringer. And what are we looking like for this? We've got basic avionics. Okay, so that's fine. So I think what I want to do is grab that. Grab this. Oh no, not that. Grab that. And what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our upper stage, because it's about time. So that is 2.9 by 3. 2.9 by 3. And then we've got the British flag on there for some reason. Place 2 of those on, like so. Then the next step is 2.8 by 2.8. Get rid of that British flag. And it needs to be green. 2.8. And how long is that? That is 6 6. Then the next step is 2.5 top, bottom is 1.9. We need to make sure that this is a cone. 2.5 top, bottom is 1.9. I didn't see what the length was for this, but I feel like it's about 1. It's 1.1. 1.1. Change that to that, keep that as that. I ain't going to be bothered with the greebling for this yet, because that can come at a future date. And we put that in there like so. And let's have a look and see what we get with this, because it should be more. Right, we get 9 minutes and 48 seconds there. What's this rated burn time? 7 minutes and 20 seconds, so that's insane. We can probably make the length of this come down quite a bit. If we go maybe that, we'll make it a little bit smaller. We're more efficient now. We're a lot more efficient, and efficiency is great. There we go, 7 minutes and 26 seconds. Cool. That's what we kind of want to see. Yeah, we've made that a lot smaller, which is kind of nice. Then we grab that, place that there. Actually, let's recolor this first. Open recoloring GUI. We want olive. Green. I thought it was drab olive that I had. Drab olive. Drab olive will do. And then we'll also do the same here. Drab olive and drab olive. Like so. Then we keep that like that. And there we go. That pretty much matches what we had previously. And we have got a much more efficient upper stage. It is going to cost us quite a bit more money, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah, our tooling cost has now gone up to 57,000. So this is going to be like 100,000 funds to basically build this. But it's fine. And we can also make this, we can string a mass of U down, and we can bring down the vertical scale adjustment so that it is a lot smaller. And there we go. I think we're going to be doing a lot better with this rocket design now. This is going to be an improved launch vehicle. I'm not entirely sure what its capabilities are yet, but this is going to be the Kiwi 3. If we open this up, toggle open closed. Yeah. New camera test. Let's save this. Save. Move this over into here. This is Kiwi 3. Like so. Closed. Save. One goes and another joins. But by decoupling the heat shield, you don't land a sombrero. Yes. Yeah. I read that. I'm so good at keeping up to date with the comments. Oh wow, this whole thing was aluminium stringer the whole time. It was indeed. And these are all aluminium stringer as well. And once I buy the tooling for these will be a lot cheaper, but we're not going to do that right now. In fact, we could probably upgrade the whole rocket to isogrid tanks. I'm not going to do that right now because that's going to take a while. We're going to slowly upgrade these, like literally piece by piece. I think what I do want to do is make this shiny though, because I like things being shiny. Specular, a bit more shinier and a bit more detail. There we go. We'll keep that green as is for now. And I think, yeah, we're now down to just over 200 tons with this launch vehicle. And I believe this, yeah, that's fine. Controllable mass is that. Right, save. As I have rebuilt this, as this is a new launch vehicle, I am going to do a quick test of that because it would be insane to build this up and then realize that something like the avionics are wrong before tooling it. So we are going to do a little bit of a simulation and also sort out our staging because something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. Right, that goes there. And then Yeah, that fires, then that fires, then that all goes there. I don't know what stage that is. That's the hollow truss procedural. Payloaded up. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's good. I think that is all of our staging sorted. New camera test. Okay. It's going to take... That says 144 days, but it won't take that long. Bloody hell, there's a lot. Yeah, but that's fine. Oh, that was to be expected. Oh, that's friggin' expensive. Oh my god. 76 days to build. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that with our current engineers, right? If we go for max engineers, then we can start building these in like... Are you gonna let me click it? 53 days. That's fine. Cool. Right. Let's simulate it. Let's simulate it. Oh, we're getting into expensive things now. We do not want to start in orbit. No, we want to start on the ground. We also need to come up with a name for this, because right now it is the NFTR rocket, and it's the next iteration of those NFT rockets, and I don't think that this is going to be that. I feel like this has got a new name. So, whilst we're launching this, whilst we're simulating, if anyone in the live chat has any sort of idea, any sort of suggestion, any sort of naming convention for our new cameras that we're going to be sending up, and we will be sending up a lot of cameras over the course of, this career, speak now. Didn't do my first orbit until I had Isogrid. Isogrid are a lot more efficient. They are very nice to have, but we don't need them. We don't need them. We didn't need them, and we've been doing very well without unlocking them at all, but I do want them because, yeah, they are great. Okay, so if we go for 250 by 250, 250 by 250, not 250 by 2250, absolutely not. Orbital inclination minus 39 degrees, which is current. If we hit engage autopilot, we are going to have a stupid amount of delta V left over. About 2,000 meters per second, because yes, this thing can probably lift about 4 tons. Maybe even more now with the Isogrid tanks upgraded. I reckon we may be pushing like 5-ish tons if we upgrade all of this, which would be very, very, very nice. That looks good to me, though. We've got the fins. We've got everything where it should be. I think if we just... Yeah, go. Let's give it a test run. Why is your rocket an NFT? Sorry, I haven't caught many of these streams up till now. I can't remember. It was our first camera rocket that we sent up. Probably like 3 weeks ago now, was an NFT for some reason. It was taking pictures of the Earth in Kerbal Space Program, which made it NFTs. I have a bad habit of starting too many RP-1 playthroughs, and AL Stringer is just so cheap that I find when I'm using R7 engines it's worth it. They are, yeah, they are so much cheaper than anything else. I'm guessing it's similar motivation from Carnasa. Yeah, it was cheap. It meant that I didn't have to buy the Isogrid tanks before doing first orbit, and also it's a lot cheaper to tool conventional structure tanks. So it's good for a couple of reasons. But they are not as efficient. Right, let us see if this all works as expected. And I believe it should. I just want to double check. Could call the rocket Kaleido, like in Kaleidoscope or something. I like that idea. I have been talking about kaleidoscopes over the course of this stream already. Are we wobbling out of the way there? No. Thought we were losing control a little bit there, but nope, we seem absolutely fine. That is fine. The boosters have decoupled. We have had booster separation, and it has been a wonderful experience. Name for camera sat? Yes, indeed. I need names because my imaginative capability, reasoning, comprehension, the imaginative side of my brain has died in a fire a long time ago. Any tips for designing Mach 3 plus planes, or are you the wrong guy to ask for this? Yeah, I don't really do planes. I have done planes like once. There we go, that fired up fine. And that was for Kerbal Gets Real Redux, and I don't even think I went Mach 3 for that. If you want to talk Mach 3, Calvin McClure has done a video which goes into how to design planes for RP-1, RSS RP-1. I think it's like the go-to, you know, like plane video that everyone recommends, so I'd highly recommend looking into that. I know Yoshi and TD are both doing plane stuff in For All Kerbal Kind, so I'm not sure what they're doing, but yeah, definitely check them out as well. What do you think about connecting the liquid boosters to the main tank with a fuel pipe so that you have a full tank at like 50 kilometers? I've seen it give me a bit more delta V for basically nothing. I don't have fuel pipes. That is something that I won't unlock for a very, 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 very long time. Asparagus staging is great in stock KSP. Not really something that you see an awful lot of in KSP, RSS, RO, RP1. Purely because it's not something that we do in real life. Also, the reason why I like all three engines at the very start is that, you know, I don't get a huge amount of thrust on that core stage. If I was to have a full amount of fuel on that core stage, then yeah, I'd be losing the thrust. I kind of need to burn some of that fuel so that when those boosters decouple, that we are getting a decent amount of thrust, which is sort of why the configuration is like this. Although, that being said, we are going to be higher up in the atmosphere, we are going faster, so it probably doesn't matter as much that we're not going to have that thrust. So yeah. Okay, that's fine. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The new design works like a charm. We do actually use asparagus staging in real life, do we? It might be something somewhat new-ish, but yeah, like actually moving fuel around in a rocket like that is hard. The camera sack can be called K9. It's the name of crystals. It's the name of the crystal that's used in cameras. I did not know that. Oh, like an aircraft drop tank. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's a bit different. But in rockets, I'm not sure if we do. Optimizing transonic design is quite important, but beyond that, I tend to have to wait until getting to the third flight node for at least Mach 2 flight. I am so bad at, yeah, anything plane related that I do just... I tend to wait and brute force technology. Right. I liked Kaleidoscope, though. Kaleidoscope 1. I thought that was a very nice name. I don't know if I've spelt that right. If I have completely butchered that, then yeah, it very well could be. Right, so I know that it works. We're going to tool this all. Bloody hell, that's a lot of money, but good thing we have a lot of money. And then we are also going to need to spend a lot of money on unlocking Isigrid tanks, but that is fine because, you know, we have the money. We have the said money. Let's launch. Unlock 5 parts. Unlock the adjustable heat shield configuration. That's fine. 76 days it's going to take. There we go. We've got another rocket being built, which means that we're going to be building up the efficiency of that launch complex so that when we get round to, you know, building up our crewed mission, which hopefully should be somewhat soon, well, then we are going to... Oh, God. Oh, wow. Oh, my good jolly gosh. Why are we losing so much money? Oh, it's because we're building the administration building. Let's put that down to like 50%. That's fine. I forgot that having all of our engineers, like, sacked off meant that we're not going to really be doing anything. We're getting 263 a day. Staff. How many we got up to 851 scientists. That's going to be done in 1960, which is fine. 296. We should... Oh, my God. Whoa. We are, like... storming up. That's insane. Right, let's maybe put this up to 65. We're getting so much more money. Like, literally every day. Ridiculous. 208. Come on, let's move. Oh god, no, that's going to be too much. That's going to be too much, and we're going to be bankrupting ourselves. Okay, that's fine. This will be done at the very start of 1960. That's cool. We're in the 7th month of 1969 right now. 65, 68, 72, 75, 77, 80. Bloody hell. Yeah, we're going to get about 300,000 a year, which is great. This is going to be done not very long. I do want to get some more engineers for here, though. And unfortunately, building the administration building means that we're going to kind of like, yeah, running into problems with engineers. But yeah, we're getting all of this funding because of that new program that we picked up, which is doing us very nice. That's already 27% complete. I like that. I like that a lot. This is going to be done in a few days now, 17th of September, which is wonderful. If we look at our research, basic capsules is going to be done in literally no time at all. Which means that we should be able to do... Right, cool, that's fine. Oh, look at Mars orbit, because, yeah, we picked up that contract. What we want to do is reach orbit and return safely to Earth, though. Periaps above 200,000, that's fine, we are going to go for that. We'll pick that up. And what we'll do is come into here. That's going to be in 21 days. That's slightly annoying that we're just going to miss that. But I think we don't really want to build up anything new whilst we wait for that to happen. Right, there we go. Yeah. So we're gaining 500 science a day right now. Not 500 science a day. Bloody hell, that would be an insane amount of science. We're gaining a lot of money a day. Let's put that back up to 100%. We're gaining 420. Nice. 420. And let's launch this camera. Basic capsules. Yeah, I really want more scientists. We're getting scientists very, very, very slowly. Maybe 1,000 might be a bit too much right now. But if I look... Oh, I've also not unlocked the next research. Interplanetary communication. Yeah, we're getting stuff in 1960. And this sort of like, 1960 orbital rocketry. We're going to get that beyond 1960, which doesn't make me feel very good about our progression. We're going to get that in 1961. I want that before, but then I suppose that is a little bit behind. We are getting into planetary communication, and these sort of nodes here, that's sort of like 1961 tech, so I guess we're not doing terribly. But we're also not doing great. We've only got 14.9 science. That's really annoying. Yeah, I think we want to launch this rocket. Kaleidoscope 1. Let's give it a go. You wouldn't steal a space station. I need to check out the RO Discord for those plane designs, definitely. When I see a plane with a crew cabin engulfed inside a structure tank, I cry. That's fair. I do that, though, because I don't like how a lot of the cockpits look, so I design my own things around the cockpits. Not always, but definitely sometimes. For all Kerbal kind, definitely more than I did in this series. Not this series, Kerbal Gets Real Redux. Purely because I was trying to make things look like their real life counterparts. Okay, let's launch ourselves a film camera. A film camera that we want to stop at stage 3. 3 and 3. Optimize, that looks good. Engage autopilot. We can send this whenever we want. Actually, no. We want to go for -90. Because we want to go polar. because we're actually going to get science from this. I forgot about that. We're going to get science. What? Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Minus 90. Minus 90 should send us south. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look, it shows you your orbit. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, we're going to get a polar orbit. We want to... I think we're good. I think we're good to go. So... third launch? Fourth launch of this live stream? But anyway, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, she's so quick off the pad. Look how fast she goes. There she goes. Planes are extremely hard to design good in KSP, and is one of the only things that Juno do exceptionally better than KSP. I like Juno. I like the way that you design things in Juno. There's something about Juno that I can't quite put my finger on, though, that just makes KSP better. I think the Kerbals definitely help, but I've definitely done quite a lot of stuff in Juno. Like, my Jamestown base for All Mankind was, I really enjoyed building that in Juno. It was huge. There were many, many, many parts. Many parts. I think something like 3,000 parts. There she goes. I do like Kerbal effects, which is what causes, you know, these contrails. It's very, 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 very nice new mod that I've picked up just for this series. I think I'm planning on moving it across to For All Kerbal Kind as well. There's definitely something that I do want on that save. I think Yoshi already has it, and I think that's why I picked it up for this, because I was like, damn, Yoshi, what is that? Because that looks really cool. Come on, don't flip-flop and flange about all over the place. I don't think it will do that. I think our rocket is more of a philanthropist than a flanger. Bye-bye, boosters. The boosters have left the building. And we're still doing good. There is no signs that the rocket is going to flip. I think we're good. The coldest Kerbal in the solar system. I tried it, but it did weird things with procedural wings, so I got rid of it. Almost went lispy then. Yeah, I've heard that it does weird things with proc wings, especially if you've got a lot of control surfaces, I think is the problem that it does. But when you've got 4 proc wings just like this, it's absolutely fine. Nothing went wrong there. What was the mod called? Kerbal FX. Kerbal FX. What are the first stage and side booster engines? They are RD-107s and for the boosters, and RD-108 for the core stage. So we're basically flying an R7 or even a Soyuz, but with only 2 boosters rather than 4. And I have not used the Soyuz sort of, you know, tank shapes or anything like that. Although it does, weirdly enough, it does have a smaller engine than the core stage. It's just that you can't really see it because of the way that I have designed this. I was quite pleased with how this looked. And that's why we are using it all the time. And I have not designed a new launch vehicle yet, because that's going to take a long time. I reckon by the time we unlock new, better, more exquisite, tasty technology, we will have to probably do a stream where basically we just go through and build a whole new heap of launch vehicles, because there is going to come a point where these are no longer going to work. It is not yet, though. But when I do get to that point, we are definitely going to need to, you know, do some big redesigns. 2 booster R7, basically. FX as in 2 letters rather than the whole word spelt out. So FX, X, X. I've only ever done US tech saves. I should really do a Soviet one, so curious about the engines and capsules and stuff. So I'd never used a R7 sort of design before this livestream series. I'd never done it. Holy hell, is it good. I've been missing out. Like, seriously missing out. In Kerbal Gets Real Redux, which, you know, I was sort of planning how those videos were going, rather than just doing it on a live stream like this and just saying, you know what, screw it, we'll see if things work. Because I don't plan out these streams at all. It's just I've come in and I'm looking at it with a fresh face. Normally, with an RP-1 career, I like to plan it out a little bit more and actually sort of, you know, have ideas of where things are going to go. This time around, absolutely not. But anyway, in Kerbal Gets Real Redux, I think I lost. I didn't quite beat Gagarin's time for first crewed orbit. I think I was in end of 1961 when I did first crewed orbit then, but I did go into planetary sooner. But yeah. Anyway, in this live stream series, it seems like we are absolutely going to beat Gagarin, which will be nice. Thank you. Installed now. Going to test that out. Going into planetary probes and lunar lander as we speak. Very, very, very nice. So Kerbal FX doesn't just add those contrails, it also adds the more sort of like interesting effects when you decouple. When you land, it gives sort of like puffs of smoke and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I've not seen that yet because I've not got that far, because we've not done any sort of landing yet. And there's another thing that I think it does as well. There was a mod a really long time ago as well, which I've not had for quite some time. But it allowed you... Well, it meant that when you were, like, walking around and you're torturing your Kerbals by having them run around Mars for whatever reason, you know, that you wanted to, they left footprints behind them. I think it was part of Copernicus. And RSS had it, and I remember RSS having it, because I remember having footsteps on Mars as I was running around Mars in one of my older saves. But I've not seen that for a long time now, and I don't know where that's gone. Oh, I can't talk for much longer. My voice, it's gone, it's died. It died and gone to the places where dead voices go. Copernicus expansion, How do you even fix a major issue in an install without reinstalling? Don't have RTGs in any nuclear tech nodes before 1972. They're just empty nodes for some reason. That's interesting. Yeah, you definitely want to fix that. I mean, you could maybe do a clean reinstall and then just take your save from that install and plop it in the new one and hope that it moves over without any sort of problems arising, which is what I was trying to do with Kerbal Gets Real Redux. I was trying to bring that install into Sol, but unfortunately that didn't work because Sol is completely breaking, game breaking, or at least install breaking if you move to Sol from something else. Where are we? I've also been talking like for this launch, when this takes forever, I should have physical time warps. But, you know, when I get in a bit of a flow, I forget things like that. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5. I hope at least one person knows what that was. Okay, we're in orbit. We're in orbit. Orbity, orbity, orbity. Hoppity poppity, we are in good god orbity. Okay, well, that's annoying. We are running photography. We are going to decouple. We now have 3 days and 22 hours. I don't like how close that is. Oh no, that's bad. We are now clipping inside our upper stage. Oh, crap. That's not good. Messages unmuted. No, I want messages muted. Because when this dies... That's bad. God damn it. I should have activated the RCS and puffed us away. I kind of wish there was a second Explain program or a continuation of the first one. I believe there is, sort of... I believe there sort of is in the works. It's just not been merged into RP-1 yet. I know there's sort of like new space plane. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're free. We're free. We're free of that nasty, 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 nasty upper stage. And now that we have got a connection, what we're going to do is I'm going to kill Rot, and we're going to turn our RCS on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hang on. It's because... There we go. Cool. Nope. The other way, please. There we go. Cool, we just need to return home safely now, but what we are going to do is we're going to return home safely after running this experiment for as long as we possibly can, because I want to get a decent amount of science. So hopefully we should get a decent amount of science from this. 11 days. Ooh, yeah, we run out. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to get a decent amount of science from this, because some of those... I think if we maybe stay up... Oh, God. Stay in orbit for like a couple of days, we should hopefully get a lot of different biomes covered with this. Not everything, but a pretty decent amount. Maybe we'll get like an extra 30 science. That would be really nice. But I do want to keep an eye on this and make sure that we are not going to run out of electric charge. Yeah, I don't think we are. I don't think there's any worry. Oh, it's depleted. It's depleted. Okay, well. That's fine. Is this us here? Are we coming over the South Pole right now? Yeah, I think we are. So what we want to do is go prograde. And begin our final descent burn. We're going to activate this, deploy shoot. God, why can't I see where we're going? There are some spaceplane programs under development. Indeed, there are. It'd be, yeah, pretty cool to see those come in. Uh-oh. What's uh-oh? Oh, it was that the the issue that I was having where I was phasing through matter. Right, let's fire this up. Orbit info. Delta V stats. Let's fire this up until maybe we're about minus 300 kilometers, because that sort of worked for us last time. We had barely any fuel left. I remember that during the testing of this. There we go. We are now suborbital. We have 60 seconds left of fuel on this. We are minus 200 kilometers. Minus 200 kilometers. Let's try and get to minus 300, and I think we'll call that good. 10, 9, 8, 7C. I want about 2 units of HTP left in there. 3, 2.1. There we go. It's like 0.03 seconds of burn left. Damn. That's slightly concerning, but it worked. It worked. Oh, and we've just passed over. Oh, look at the pole. Hexagon. What does the hexagon mean? What does it mean? Why is the South Pole a hexagon? It's also like the nipple of the Earth. There surely is some reason why the South Pole is a hexagon and carries on in a hexagonal shape in multiple different directions, but I do not know why. Hi, back again. What have I missed? We're sending down. We're working towards, you know, sending a crew up to space by sending something that isn't a crew up to space. Oh god, no, we want to go retro. Oh, we want to go surface velocity. There we go. By sending something that isn't a crew up to space, that we're just basically going to test to see how sending something that isn't a crew up to space will impact sending a crew up to space. You get it? Hexagons are the best guns. Indeed they are. That's where the wizards live. Might be a bit cold for wizards, although they probably can cast fire spells and all of that kind of stuff that means that it is a bit warmer. Ah yes, sense make. What do you want about? I always make sense. I never make sense. Very, very rarely. Okay, let's have a look. HTP, we've got 1.56 units of HTP left. We are now in the atmosphere. We are coming down, and I would really like us to, you know, actually successfully land, because there should be a fair decent whack of science on this. We can launch another one of these and get even more science, but to be honest, I'm not sure if we're going to do that, because what we're going to do is we're going to launch crew instead. The next flight is definitely going to be our first crewed flight. Not our first crewed flight, it'll be our first crewed vehicle that we send up to low Earth orbit. It won't be crewed because we have to do an uncrewed test first, because, you know, we need to make sure that we're not going to kill our Kerbals. We've not killed a single Kerbal yet. I would like to keep it that way. There we go. We are now out of RCS fuel completely, but that's fine. We've done this in a simulation and everything looked good. And because we've done this in a simulation, let's just get, you know, some beauty shots of this as it comes crashing back down through the atmosphere. Right, we want to set that to 1 or 0. Okay, 1. Target self. And then there we go. Look at it as it flies majestically through the atmosphere. I don't know where we're landing, but it's not the ocean. We are landing maybe Australia? It's been about a day since we launched. Hopefully the Aussies don't mind, considering we are flying from New Zealand. It's gotta be Australia, right? I know we were very close. We were in the southern hemisphere that we were coming down. I can't think of anywhere else that it would be other than Australia that looks like that. It's like slightly deserty and in the southern hemisphere. Could be Africa, I guess. I don't think we would have made it as far as South Africa, but we might have done. Did I remember to train astronauts on the specific capsule and mission in advance? I have. We have got someone who is currently being trained up in Mercury proficiency. Unfortunately, it takes a long bloody time. My first crewed flight got delayed by almost a year because I forgot to do that in my save. Yeah, it's annoying. I won't give you a parking ticket like you did N9, don't worry. He never paid that. He never paid that off. Yeah, we're in the middle of the outback. I had a feeling it was Australia, and indeed it was Australia. Yeah, he never paid that back. I suppose we might have just made it to South Africa at this latitude. We're not going to decouple the heat shield this time either, because we launched a sombrero, and by God, we're going to bring a sombrero back down to Uluru. I don't actually know where Uluru is. Somewhere around there. Somewhere in the middle of the outback, I'm pretty sure. It'd be cool if there was like a height map for it. Go, parachute, go! That's pretty fast to be coming down, 7.8 meters per second. How do you like the new Star City series? I love seeing the N1, but the spacewalk scene got me a little confused. So I've not watched any of Star City yet. Literally all this week, I've either been at work. I know we're a few episodes in. I've either been at work, or I have been filming For All Kerbal Kind, or I have been playing RimWorld, or I have been spending time with my girlfriend. I've like literally not watched any of it yet. I've not even watched For All Mankind Season 5 yet, but I have heard good things about it. I would like to watch it, definitely. Alright, that should have completed the contract. Yes, it did. There we go. Recover a craft from orbit. Cool. Normal recovery. I wonder how much science we get from this. Hopefully a decent amount. But yeah, I have heard good things about it, and I saw, yeah, that it is good. Uluru is near there, but close to the middle. Fair. Lol. I tried 2-person crew milestone speed run. Just put 2 Vostok capsules on a single rocket, and it worked. Except on re-entry, they accidentally decoupled, and one of the astronauts died of what? Of render? Distinct? I'm not sure what that means. But that's such a Kerbal way of trying to do it. Like, you're like, oh yes, no, we can definitely stack 2 things on top of each other. We got 17 science. That was not as much as I was hoping. God damn it. But it's fine. It's fine, but what that does mean is, with that science, I think that would be nice to have, but we're not going to go for that yet. That would be nice to have, but I don't think we're going to go for that yet either. 20 science for that. What do we get? We get RD... We get verniers. Only got 1 ignition. We get the RD-111, which has 1 ignition, and we get the RD-219, which also has only 1 ignition. So we've not really got any upper stage engines. Whereas by this point, I'm fairly sure the USA get the AJ-10 mid. Unless that's changed. Has that changed? Oh no, they get it here, which has unlimited ignitions. It's annoying that we don't have anything like that yet. Although, what's this do? 1 ignition. RD-109, 1 ignition. Yeah, why do we not have any 1 ignition? 1 ignition. We have no, like, multiple ignition engines. That sucks. We might have to steal some US technology, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going full Soviet for this run. That was never the intent. We've used British engines anyway, as well. But I think what I want to do is probably early power generation. Although I don't think that's really required, but the solar panel tech would definitely be nice. Because we can do early power generation, which costs, what, 16? And that will leave us with 15 science. We could do early RTGs as well, but these early RTGs are rubbish. We could get stability, which gets us the S519, which might be a little bit better. It's 272. That's a somewhat alright sort of upstage, sort of like hypergolic engine, I guess. Yeah, I think maybe we go for that. Early power generation and stability. I like that. I like those options. There we go. It's been done. Unlimited power. It's an AJ10, so not exactly spectacular. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Right, so with that done, we are going to now warp ahead until the reconditioning is done. Perfect. And we are going to get basic capsules in not very long. We're also getting new staff. Construction of this is going ahead at 100%, which will be done at the very, very, very beginning of 1960. What I would really like, though, is probably more engineers. More engineers would be lovely. I think I have probably messed up the order of things that I've done things here. Right, basic capsules, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We have them unlocked. Nice. That means we can do orbital test flight. Camera, don't you dare. I saw you flashing at me. I saw it. We're going to go for orbital test flight uncrewed. That won't give us a huge amount, but yeah, this is a bit rubbish. We could do 3 suborbital test flights. Like, why would I ever do this? I don't want to do it. I want to do orbital test flight uncrewed because I want to finish this. There we go. We'll pick that up. That's going to be our next one to do. Oh, you know what I should have done? Should have figured out when my next mass transfer window is, because that would have been good to look into. In fact, yeah, let's do that real quickly, because, yeah, we are going to sort of want to go into planetary soon. No, we want Earth. Earth. 39. Let's go 40. 2. Venus. 250 and 250. Let's plot out some maneuvers. We've got one in 425 days. Okay. That's quite a way away. Over a year. Earth to Mars. Oh, no, we've just added 2 Earth to Venus. Let's plot that. We've got one in 3, just under a year. So at the end of 1960, I think we could probably do this Mars transfer window. It's going to take a very long time to get there, though, unfortunately. We're not going to arrive until 1961, which is not the best. But I think, yeah, we want to go for that. Absolutely. We probably want to go for both of those. Cool. But now, what we want to do is build up mower. You need to add the departure inclination, do you? Do you? That's new. Did I not have that set up properly? Because I normally set that up. Ejection inclination 36.45. Yeah, no, I didn't set it up properly. Damn it. That's fine. That's fine, it shouldn't change too much. 250. 250. Earth to Venus. And it changes it. That's so annoying that it does that. Right, 250. 40. 250. Plot it. Add alarm. That should give us the right amount. Ejection inclination is 40 exactly. Delta V 3,831, 3,293. Cool. Yeah, that's better. Right. Now we want to also do this for Mars. And we want to plot it. And we want to add KSE alarm. Mars is only going to take... It's going to take 3,753 to get out there, but only 2,000 meters per second to get in orbit. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, anyway, now we're going to go in and buy Moa. Yeah, I thought I had that set. I think, annoyingly, Transfer Window Planner does, when you change between planets for the first time, I don't know why it does it. It does unset that, which is really, really, really upsetting. Right, Kaleidoscope 1. I don't need this. What we need is Moa. Everyone loves a bit of Moa. Moa 1. I probably should change this to be the new upgraded upstage as well from Kaleidoscope. So I think we will do that. In fact, yeah, let's grab that now. Is this still 13 tons? Yep, cool. So we don't need to change anything. Oh, do we fix that? Maybe not for the... Maybe not for the uncrewed one. Maybe we do fix it for the crewed one. Oh, I don't know. Kaleidoscope 1. Right, let's merge. Grab that. To be honest, yeah, I just need to grab that. Because it's exactly the same. Cool. Make sure that this is all fine. Those go. I reckon once the side boosters go, that's when we detach the launch escape system. Because that's where problems are going to be. So maybe actually we do it slightly after, but we manually do it ourselves. Because, yeah, this is where problems could be, a booster sep. So I probably want that on there until after that. How much is this going to cost? Unlock cost is only 55,000. Tooling cost is 16,000. That's not terrible. We can probably get the stringer mass down on a lot of this. Right? No, maybe not. Moa 1. Do I redesign this? Do I redesign this now? Because that looks a bit rubbish. I think as this is just going to be uncrewed, I'm happy to not redesign that. And then maybe we do the redesign for when it is going to be actually crewed. Right. Yeah, it's going to take like 100 days. Oh my god. Tool all. 16,000. Purchase all toolings. Wonderful. Launch. Here we go. There we go. Added Moa 1 to integration list at 200-ton launch complex. Our first crewed capable vehicle is going to be worked on. Whew. In 1959. 2 years. 2 years before Gagarin. Currently. I mean, it's not going to be built until 14th of Jan. Nice. That's quicker than I thought it was going to be. Cool. That's actually really, really nice. And we're still gaining... We're still gaining money. That's very nice. That also didn't cost anywhere near as much as I thought it was going to. It only cost 10,000. So I think what I'm going to do is come into the auto hire, which I think is there. We're going to change that. So researchers auto hire up to 1,000. Reserve funds is going to be 11,000, so we can start getting more scientists straight away. There we go. We just got a whole load more. We're now on exactly 900, actually, which is really nice. If I come in and look at my tech, we're still not going to be getting 1960 orbital rocketry in 1960. Oh my god. Unplayable. Literally unplayable. Oh, that's really annoying. But anyway, we'll worry about that when we get to it. I don't really want to get any more engineers right now. I think maybe we go up to 500 engineers shortly. But the fact that, yeah, this will be done at the beginning of January, and, you know, our proficiency isn't going to be done until March anyway, means we'll be able to build this up and then build that up really, really quickly. I don't think it's anything we have to worry about. I'd rather get scientists and start getting research done a lot quicker. We'll start getting a lot more money once this building's done as well. Well, we could theoretically get a huge amount more if I went in and spent some money on the next lot of lunar probes, which, to be honest, I might actually do. Purely because then that way we've got something to do in between interplanetary windows. So it might not be a bad idea. 28th. We are in a new decade. 1st of January, 1960. Damn. We've almost completed the administration building as well. But yeah, first 10 years done. Well, first 9 years technically, because we started in 1951. But I think that's going to be the good place to end this live stream. So, next live stream, we're definitely going to get crewed orbit, because we've got two things to do. We're launching our uncrewed test version, and then we will be launching our crewed orbit. I don't think it will take very long to get that far at all, because today we have faffed around a little bit, trying to get to the moon. We've done several impactors on the moon, as well as doing some additional scientific experiments around the Earth. But I think we're in a pretty good position. We're in a pretty strong position. We should be first crewed orbit, and then I think once we do that, we want to probably do maybe advanced crewed orbit. How much does this cost? 3 slots. Advanced crewed orbit gives us a lot more money, but we do need to buy, like, you know, Gemini capsules and have big beefy rockets in order to do that. Crewed lunar exploration. Now that would be nice.
Thank you for today's stream and soothing, smoothing, talking, smiley face emoji.
No worries. Thank you for the donation, Rail Cowgirl. Always appreciated. I'm gonna give that a heart. Your bread stack is going to get so huge. It is indeed. That's all I'm buying with the money is bread. To be fair, all of the money that I make from streams, it's literally stuff like, you know, this, like better microphones, better stuff for streaming, at least currently, because I won't need to buy a better microphone now. This is literally going to be the best that I could probably get. Still no crewed orbit, false advertising. that's fair. But we are, yeah, let me just have a look. I think, like, crewed lunar exploration, uncrewed lunar surface exploration is active. So. So. This is the moneymaker. This is the moneymaker. This is where you get all of your money. I would quite like to do it at fast. So we need 5,000 confidence. What we do is we finish this. We finish crewed orbit. That'll be done. pay it off. That gives us like 3 slots back. We pick up uncrewed lunar surface exploration, which we're going to do once, you know, the building's finished anyway. So that gives us 4 slots in total. And this is 4 slots, and we're going to get 7. We'd need to do 1 more upgrade if we just cancelled this. Yeah, I don't think we'll quite do that yet, but we'll see. But yeah, do uncrewed lunar and early interplanetary probes. That's definitely what we're going to be doing. We'll be picking up uncrewed lunar like instantly. In fact, let's do it now. Let's just do it now. We'll do that as the last thing of this stream. Administration building is done. Oh, wow. Okay, so updating the administration building updates everything else. I didn't know that. I knew that my science building looked a bit bigger in Kerbal Gets Real Redux for some reason, but I didn't know it's because of the administration building being upgraded. Because, yeah, I just saw that and then everything upgraded. Interesting. That's good to know. But if we do want to... Yeah, it's going to cost 250,000, and that's going to cost a lot of money per day. We can get that done this year, but we can now do uncrewed lunar surface exploration, which we are going to pick up at fast, and that will give us, I mean, how much money? We're getting 977 right now. If we pick this up at fast, that's going to go way up. Yes, I want to pick it up. Cool. Very nice. 1,500 funds a day, nearly $1 million a year. We are in the point of our agency where things are starting to get quite tasty. So yes, we're definitely going to see some exciting things coming soon. But thank you everyone for coming along to this stream. That will happen in probably the next live stream that we do. Crewed orbit, finally, we will achieve it. It's going to be done. It's taken us, I think this is like the 11th stream. But yeah. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the chats. And thank you for keeping me entertained on a Saturday afternoon. I am now going to go build a bookshelf. And try not to die. Because the last time that built said bookshelf from IKEA, it almost collapsed on... It wasn't me, it almost collapsed on my girlfriend. So yeah, that was a fun time. And we're going to be building the exact same one this time. Hopefully things go a little bit better. But yes, hopefully there should be a new episode of For All Kerbal Kind coming out tomorrow. As long as I get that edited. Bookshelf, editing, and then tomorrow. But thank you. And until the next time, I have been Carnassa, and I will see you... Where's my end screen? Oh, I can't find it. Why can I never find this? Good lord. It's so difficult to YouTube and live stream sometimes. I don't know why anyone watches me. What? No, stream ended yet. Ah!